Hello and welcome everyone back to our channel ForcedGamersDnD, where and a bunch of friends and other DMs play Dungeons and Dragons in support of our local game store, which we named our channel after, the Game Force in Eindhoven, the Netherlands. So normally this would be the spot where I would start promoting our one-shots evening on Thursday night. Unfortunately, however, due to new COVID regulations here in the Netherlands, shops and stuff have to close at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, so we can't run the one-shots evenings anymore. However, we are trying to set some things up in the weekends. We will, or at least there is some talk of organizing something on December 12th, which is a Saturday, I believe, in the afternoon. So make sure to keep an eye on our socials if you're watching this live or on YouTube.
The 12th is a Sunday, by the way.
I am very sorry. December 12th, Sunday. Unfortunately, I won't be there because I have to work because work regulations also changed. That's why there was no session 2 weeks ago because work got in the way. So yeah, if you're watching this live on Twitch or if you're rewatching this on YouTube, December 12th, keep an eye on our socials and hopefully we'll see you there. Um, we will work with reservations again because we also are restricted on how many people are allowed in the store as well. So yeah, we are kind of going back to basics again, unfortunately. So keep supporting your local game store any way you can, even if it's not the game for us. Like if you're in America and you're watching this, support your local game store because we need it more than ever with the third lockdown on the way.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Nope.
On that note, I think we can start tonight's episodes. Episode 15 already. Oh my god. So, previously on Forced Gamers D&D, our group arrived in Fort Imperus on a ship called the Basilisk. After a little bit of tumultuous journey in which they encountered some interesting sea creatures and shipwrecks and all the like, um, got into Fort Imperus and they contacted a group called the Children of Iramen, which is kind of a fanatic group who trying to disrupt the slave trade in the city and in the archipelago itself. And there was to be an auction of slaves the following Friday, and the group decided to help them out, hatch a plan, and try to disrupt the slave trade. Plan was made, supplies were gathered, and the day before the actual auction and things had started to be set in motion, things went a little bit sideways after Corcuson was building a bomb in the tavern they were staying at. The second bomb he created exploded on creation, causing him to flee into town, and with the ruckus that followed, General Gurf was taken on land to investigate, who encountered both Silmoira and Hakan. They were captured and locked up, and a little while later, Akira and Quake went up to them to see if they could talk and get them out. Once again, things went a little bit sideways, and the group had to flee from the city in a drastic escape event, setting fires on things on the beach and stuff like that. And they spent the night in a smuggler's cave. Next day, they send out Ma to get Amigo the donkey, and they themselves set out to retrieve Cork's automaton as well, which Hakan did by turning into a dolphin and using locate object to find the automaton, who got stuck in seaweed after it had ran into the ocean. Finally, it was time to retake the ship, and after a guard shift, they were met with a few guards and General Gurf himself. Combat followed, in which very quickly both Silmoira and Quake were almost immediately dispatched by a charm and just straight up General Gurf hacking away at Quake in just a single round. However, after Cork released his air elemental from the amulet they found on their journeys, he managed to overpower General Gurf, load up the rest of the supplies that were still on the beachside, and with both Hector and Ma and General Gurf locked up on board, they sailed away, following the coastline of the island and discussing what would be next in their journey. That is where we left off. So you're currently on the ship. Mar is kind of instructing you a little bit on how to operate a ship because you are now its crew. Hector is helping as well, who has a little bit of base knowledge. And General Gurf is still unconscious somewhere in the brigs.
Hector also here?
Hector was also here. He had to flee with Ma because guards started to turn up at his tavern. They found a cistern, and the two market leaders, who were also part of the Children of Araman, Lex and Mark, they were captured as well.
Oh, that's
So
right.
shit went sideways for the entire children group. And Hector decided it is no longer safe for me in this town. I will flee with you.
Yes, and we heard
Boy.
that the slaves were gonna be sold a week later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be a new auction next
Yeah.
week. However, the special surprise
Yeah.
auction
That was.
was already sold through a backdoor to not General, Overseer Hogak's son,
Yeah.
a backdoor deal.
Still very curious what it is.
As long as they don't get killed, that's my main concern.
Fair.
Yeah.
Right.
You wouldn't sell it if you're gonna kill it.
So, I have used my. I think we all would use our manacles to secure someone in the brakes down below.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe I
call
have
us
a
gear.
pair. Let me check.
Took all his gear off him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
his what's it?
His gear, his armor,
His
like
runes.
yeah.
You had a great sword, chainmail.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
some gold on him and ring of protection.
That is correct.
Yeah. Excuse me.
We also long rested, right? Or not yet?
It's still in the middle of the day, but because you leveled up, I gave you the long rest because I know.
Okay.
Probably not gonna do anything now we're on the ship.
It's like in Pokemon when a Pokemon levels up, you get your full hit points back.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. I'm
That
also.
doesn't happen in Pokemon, but okay.
Does
It happens in some
Let's
RPGs.
continue. Let's continue.
Anyway. I also put the neck brace of silencing around his neck, just to make sure.
Oh.
And I'm working on a little project as well.
Oh.
It's a later concern.
So you're aware, Blacksmith managed to shape the neck brace. However, the enchantment is still not working, as he is not a sorcerer of any kind. Couldn't repair the enchantment, so the enchantment is
Just a
still
very
broken.
big necklace.
It's a
Oh.
very big necklace, yeah. Also, it fit the neck of a naga.
So
So
it
he
just
doesn't
around
tell.
Like
him.
if you would repair the enchantment and you would attach it to someone, it would shrink to or grow to their size. However, because the enchantment still is broken, it unfortunately doesn't work yet.
I mean, is it something I
Still
could
heavy though.
possibly do? I'm not sure if.
At your current level, probably not yet.
Right, so this is pretty useless then. I'll put it in my bag.
Now.
It's still pretty heavy. Just put it around him.
Nah, I don't want to risk it. It's too useful to put around him. How long would I take to create like a little mask to like wrap around his face? Doesn't have to be comfortable.
What, a
if
Muslim
you,
now?
if
What?
you have the materials, which I think you can just use copper coins for and stuff, if you just have the
Yeah.
proper materials, I believe your artificer ability lets you do it in an hour
Yeah, that's right.
to create an item.
Why do you want to mask him?
You know, just to make sure.
If we ever get to a
Of
port
what?
or at least to
Th-
land
Well,
There's
mass.
nowhere he can go. Like,
If
Yeah,
you want to cover
why?
his face, just grab a bag.
Yeah, why degrade
there
him even
is
further?
voice for magic, right? I wanna like make it harder for him,
And how would a mask do that?
so he can't talk properly. Also,
Mm.
really want to use heat metal, to be honest.
No, no.
No.
Okay, I start talking to the rest of the group. Let's just for this sea trip make sure that Cork
Wait,
is
the captain
away.
is, or
Yeah, Cork
the
is
general
away
is
from the
unconscious,
captain.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
Right.
the captain is
just.
unconscious, right? Because I don't want to divulge our life story and plan too, right in front of him.
Oh, and we can be on top of the deck, and the captain is in the brig, so he wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
hear us
he's,
anyways.
he's,
Yeah.
he's, he's unconscious in the break currently.
Yeah,
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
like
If
shackled
we, hit him,
up.
if we hit him upside the head again, he'll be unconscious even longer.
I'll stay guard.
That's a
You
good
just
idea.
fill me in later.
Yeah, and remember to switch out the guards a bit. So, no, don't do it
I'll
on
come
your
in a
own.
couple.
I'm gonna inspect his gear with the runes on it. Because I'm just
Right.
fascinated by it.
Do
I
you
wanna learn
inspect
more
his
about it.
gadget?
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, nothing specifically, I just wanna,
Examine.
yeah. See what I can learn about it.
I mean, investigating it, basically, they are just very finely carved runes. They are like very intricate, fine line details carved into his sword, his braces, and his chest piece. However, because he's not wearing them, or they're not activated, they are not glowing like they did in the fight. They are just looks like very fancy armor pieces now.
I'm gonna make some sketches of them in my notebook.
Okay, all right. So the rest of you is above deck. Hector and Ma are kind of discussing among themselves as well, and they join in with you, and they go like, "All right, so, what's the plan?"
Guess.
Oh wow.
Bird will be out to all the port cities, so maybe the Red Sea.
Yeah, mainland. I think.
That would have been my guess as well. I just wanted to make sure and ask. Maybe you had it in your heads you still wanted to do the diamond mines, but I
Nah,
figured
Yeah.
probably
we're,
not.
I don't think we're with enough men to do that.
Wait. Wait. Are we not going to do the diamond mines?
No,
Not right now.
not right now.
Damn. Well,
No. Otherwise, we would have had cannon fodder.
I mean,
Or bait when we go fishing.
Bait.
I don't
I
mind
just
that.
jokingly say I've got bait aplenty. I don't need it.
Right?
I was just kidding as well, of course.
I guess just go to the mainland then. Is that really our plan?
Yeah.
So we have a few options, of course. We could cross right away, sail for Port Bante, Port Cal.
Let me check. Where's the map again?
However, as we have a high-profile character with us, maybe it's better to sail a little bit further south, and maybe, like you said, Red Sea, maybe. There's a little town, really an oasis town, but it's kind of ramshackled, put together. It's called Jericho. It's kind of like the edge of civilization, as you would call it. That would be a great port to at least get on land, get our bearings again, and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's another question though. What do we do with the captain?
Mar joins in. Well, I'm the captain, and I am gonna come with you.
No,
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 I mean
we
Oh,
mean
no,
the
no.
one in the brig.
Being the general,
the
I,
general.
I
General.
I figured I was just trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
you're terrible
well,
at it.
about that, my reason to mention Jericho to you is twofold because I have a friend there. Um, General kind of did him dirty a couple of years back, and he has a price on his head there.
Hmm.
Figured because I can't really pay you for job well done in the city, this might be compensation for your troubles anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't really do a good job in the city, so.
Tried.
Yeah.
Fair.
I tried so hard.
Some things were just out of our power apparently, and someone high above or down below decided it was not our day.
Apparently, I'm just too good at making explosives.
That depends on your perspective.
Well,
If they meant to
he
go
did.
off within 2 seconds of creation,
I,
you're pretty good at them.
I was about to say he did make explosives. It was just the mechanics of putting them to detonation that were a bit faulty.
Right. Oh, are there any like large population of bats near Jericho by any? Never mind.
If you go a little bit further inland in the caves, but as far as I'm aware, no.
There's like a little shimmer in his eyes.
They ask.
No, nothing. Just wondering.
So which port were we gonna go to? Sorry, I'm looking at the map right
I mean,
now.
Jericho seems like a good.
Yeah.
Jericho isn't really a very well-known port town. It's not one of the bigger ports.
Oh, that's why it's not on this map. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a ramshackle town,
I mean,
smugglers and stuff.
Okay.
pirates.
Pirates, yeah. It's
Hmm.
it's not really a nice place,
Ooh.
but it's
Sounds
safe.
perfect then.
They wouldn't expect us to go there, so.
Exactly. That's why.
Yeah.
It's probably easier to get our bearings in a little bit of a shithole further away from bigger cities.
Yeah. Try
I
to
mean,
get
nobody
our-
would voluntarily go there, right?
I think it would be a great place to get our shit together, and there probably are more people that want to help out slavers. So slavery, that are against slavery. Sorry. So
You'll
I think
find
it's a good-
you'll find plenty of them there.
How poor are the people in the town?
Depends. If you're working for the trade caravans, you're pretty rich. Otherwise,
I mean, the people who aren't there, they
you
probably
have
are
to
against
build your
slavery.
up together.
So, I mean, if we can get a sizable group going, and I think, because if there's a lot of poor people, I think they'd love to strike back at the system, so to speak.
Interesting. Interesting theory.
Interesting theory, old man.
Mm.
I write something down in my little notebook.
And
I just grab an onion from my bag and I start chomping on the onion.
look again.
Oh, DM, let me know if the general wakes up, by the way.
Well,
Um, for
he's
now,
probably out for a couple of hours because he was knocked unconscious. So
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
but guys,
that's
now we have
annoying.
to go and start like sailing. I have this book that I got in Fort Castra, you know, in the little hidden lair where we
Yeah.
found what's his face
I'm going to say Horatio, but that's not the right name, right?
no, not
No,
Captain
Horatio-
Horatio, the other
Horatio
guy.
was the captain. You're thinking of. Please search back a little bit.
Simmons.
Yeah,
Simmons.
that's the one.
Right.
I found a book on sailing. That might actually be useful now.
What language is it?
it's in common. I think
Okay.
in my notes say book about sailing.
The sailing book is just written in common.
Yeah. So I start reading it.
Right, so it's gonna it's gonna take because you guys have very little experience in sailing. Trip is going to take a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be a learning process for everyone how to operate a ship and such. So you're gonna roleplay a little bit in between, but it's probably going to be mostly downtime before reaching Jericho and maybe some stuff in between. But for this day, so you have the book, you start reading it, share some of the knowledge with your crewmates. Mar is explaining some things as well, like how to properly roll up and let down the sails and stuff like that. Still following the coastline a little bit because it's going to be mostly sailing to like the most southern tip of the island and then straight across to the mainland. After about an hour or two, Quake, you notice the general stirring. He groans and he kind of tries to move around and he snaps awake. Like,
Good morning.
shackles really necessary.
Wasn't my choice.
Kind of tries to sit upright, but because you have him like tied up very well, he kind of struggles with it a little bit. But eventually, like after a minute or so, he manages and he sits with his back against the back wall. He goes like, "All right, you know this rocking feeling. We're on a sailing ship.
That's correct.
Are we on open waters yet?
Yes.
Fucking fantastic. So, what's your plan with me?
Well, we brought you for two reasons. One, if we're getting followed, there may be some doubts about attacking. And second, if we left you, you would have probably followed, so we'll let you go eventually, but enough time at least for us to get away.
All right. So destination then.
Somewhere.
Over the rainbow.
You are a very useful conversationist. You know that.
Well, did I tell you I was here for a conversation?
I mean, if we're stuck on a ship together, we might as well, right?
I just thought I'd keep an eye on you. And I was very interested in those runes of yours. So, been examining your gear. Pretty fancy.
Right. Pretty sure they're useless to you, so I'm not sure why you bother.
I know, but still, I'm interested in them.
Kind of sighs very deeply, like settles back against the wall a little bit better. It's like, I'm hungry.
Okay.
Oh,
Not dinner time yet.
As
want to
he
make sure
said.
I'm comfortable, right? I mean,
I mean,
actually, you're gonna have to let me
you're
go,
alive, right?
and if you know,
don't worry, we'll keep you alive. We're not gonna let you starve.
And as he says that, I come walking down the stairs with like a bowl of soup and some bread, and I.
Oh wow! That's
no,
a good
no,
even.
no, and I hand it over to you, not the general.
Oh, okay.
Put your money where your mouth is, kid.
I'll ask you, like, do you want me to stay here and keep an eye on him, or you
At
think?
that,
Oh, yeah.
moment I followed, I just had my soup and bread, so...
Hey, if you want, you can eat
Well,
it
if you
upstairs,
want,
and I'll
you
keep
can-
an eye
I'll
on it.
go sit here.
Do you guys need help, or?
No.
We could use help up deck.
Well, do you or don't you? What?
I just came here to give you some food. I don't know what else is going on.
Yeah, I've had my food,
Not much.
so I'm like
He, he just
getting
woke up
quiet
and
over
like
here so he can eat
not towards
comfortably.
the general. He just woke up. He's been asking
Hmm.
where we are, what our plan is with him, that kind of stuff. I know he said he's hungry, and I take him take a bite from my piece of bread.
Okay. I'll go grab something and I go upstairs and I take like a very stale loaf of bread and I chuck it to the to the general.
I'll ask. Why is he in shackles,
He's
by the way?
he's tied up, so you like throw the bread at him and it flops on the ground and he tries to with like his tied hands
Yeah,
reach for
who
it,
put
like
shackles on him? He's already in like a jail cell.
takes a bite of it and he goes like, and I thought I was an asshole.
Kind of were.
Yeah. Do
Came at me.
Hmm?
As I recall, you came at me first. I was only doing my job. There wasn't disruption in my town.
I mean, you already were a dick when we met you.
Yeah,
We weren't
first
even
time
in your
around.
we weren't even in your town yet, and you already had an attitude.
That's very true.
When you came and checked our ship while we came into port.
Yeah, within waters of Fort Imperius, I was doing my job. That's what I'm general for.
Still, you can
He
still
takes another
show a
very
little bit respect.
bite of the bread and goes like chews on it. Right?
So, Quake, the plan now is to go to the mainland.
Do you really want to do this here?
No, but I'm not going to tell the general can only go to the mainland, but he's not going to get to know where.
Right.
So your sorry asses are gonna sail this ship across the vast ocean. Oh, I love to see that.
All right. Well,
You're not gonna see
you're our
much.
cargo, so
I was just about to say you're not
yeah.
gonna see much because you're down here.
No,
So,
we can struck a deal. Let
what's
me
the
out.
deal?
We
Let
can
me
let
out
him
of
help.
these shackles, and
in
I'll
shackles.
help you out. So at least this fucking boat doesn't sink, and everyone stays alive.
I'm at least gonna go to my shackles and take those away.
Right, a little
I
bit.
don't
more
have the key to the
green.
other ones. So,
Oh, you've got my gear. Pretty sure it's like 7-1. Have nothing to fear, right?
you were a pretty capable fighter last time.
Like I said, you've got my gear.
Yeah,
Can
that's
throw a
true.
pretty hard punch, but 7-1.
That's true, that's true. Yeah, I think we can let you help us, of course. I'll go upstairs and ask. Up deck.
And I'll help you, you help me. You let me go.
I'll be right back.
Already told you we'll let you go eventually.
Yeah, but I like to know the circumstances under which I am to let go.
No, when we're far away enough, you go one way, we go the other. Simple, right?
It's never simple. Never is.
Well, why can it be? Why does it have to be difficult?
Because you decided to knock me unconscious and lock me up on the ship with you.
Yes.
Could have left me behind.
And then you probably would have followed.
I probably would have, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then we would have had a bigger problem. Now we have bargaining chips.
That's true. Meanwhile, up deck, if I'm already there.
Yeah. Like it's just 2 sets of stairs up, so.
Cork,
Hmm.
the general wants to help us sail this boat so it doesn't sink.
Absolutely not.
No.
Why not?
I do not trust him.
We
I
don't
don't
have.
trust his
We
face.
have all his weaponry.
Do I hear this like shouting upstairs? 'Cause I've got
Definitely,
an
my
instinct for that.
character is definitely shouting.
I mean, we can do it with conditions. He sleeps in the brig behind in the jail cell. and someone needs to stay with him at all times if he's out.
I mean, we can put a mask on him.
We don't need the mask
No,
for now.
we're not gonna torture him.
No, I'm not saying we should torture him
No, you
What?
want to use heat metal.
if he tries to escape.
No. I think we need.
What's the reaction of the general the moment we say this? Like I say that.
This conversation is happening above deck, so
I
I
mean,
mean,
what-
I
No,
thought I was
it
shouting
a
to the
shouting-
stairs.
Yeah, it was a shouting contest between me and Cork, so.
I was like shouting up it in the stair.
General is just very annoyingly like nomming away at his very still bread, raises an eyebrow.
Alright.
If you really want to, I will be at the side.
Okay,
when
let's
he's on
let's
play.
let's vote on it otherwise.
this
Let's
seems
just
like
see.
this seems like a terrible idea, but all right.
Who wants to try to let him help with rules applied? No, no one.
Nope.
I raised my hand.
Just one,
Hector puts up his hand as well.
two.
To be fair, I'm not a greatish sailor.
Do you think he could help?
Think, yeah.
The-
He's a
well,
general of a naval fleet. I would
Yeah.
say.
Do
he
you,
can
do you
help.
trust him though?
Got shackles, right?
Yeah, but how can he help if he's shackled?
That's why I said we need a mask.
I mean, we can shackle his legs, so
Shackle
his
his legs.
mobility is a bit impaired.
Hey, I have an idea with the mask. Is
Keep away
idea?
his weapons.
Is it an idea that there's like a loop in the back of the mask that we put a rope through or
To be
something?
fair, I think he's strong enough that he can kill probably one of us without a weapon.
Fair.
Yeah, I still don't think this is a good idea, but
No,
On the other
same.
hand-
Maybe if we shackle his legs and put a weight on it, if he decides to jump overboard, at least he'll kill himself.
that sounds like
Yes,
a plan.
that's not a bad idea.
Okay, and we'll let him sleep in the brig, so at least at night we're safe.
Yes.
I still don't
And
trust him.
I
but
don't trust the
because
guy either, but
The problem
Yeah,
I
we
have
could
is
really use his help because sailing this ship with 7 people. That's
the problem that I
Well,
have
like,
is
6 of us are not
we're gonna have no
experienced.
rest and
the problem that I have is that once
First I
we
should have
set him
written
out of the brig, he then has opportunity to roam the ship and like conceal
well, that's
stuff. And
someone keep on him.
yeah, but
I'll be with him at that
then
time.
it's no use having him out because
Yeah, he can still help with us,
Yeah.
but someone has to stay with him.
I mean, there are a few two-man jobs on the ship, like raising the sails and such, tying knots, all the stuff like that.
Yeah.
scrubbing
In-
the deck.
Scrubbing the deck, I don't fucking
technically
care.
we
In
could even
still
let
weather,
the-
we can make him row if we want to.
And
okay.
on his own.
Can we let our metal fans keep guard?
Go in
I
circles.
mean, rowing is at least a
I mean-
four-man job, but
We can. Yeah, that's an idea.
Because can he help otherwise with the stuff that we need to do on the ship, or is it easier to let him guard him?
I
And that
mean,
we can help.
he could technically help, but he's not very like agile or like doesn't have really any like sleight of hand. So probably
I
better
ain't
for him.
either,
To,
but okay.
Yeah, we can let your buddy guard him, and then we can help on the ship. And then
Yeah.
he can help as well with your.
we can tie him to your body if we want to.
Ooh!
Oh, that's an idea.
I still think,
then-
yeah, okay, so shackled feet and tie him to his guard, yeah. But I
right.
have to tie it really hard, because he could probably undo the tie himself.
Wait, there's.
Or do you-
I want to make like a little whatchamacallit harness and with like a ring on his back, like so he can't reach it.
Like a leash kid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, basically.
oh yeah, that would work.
I mean, that's done easily enough with like rope and stuff. Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we
And
tie
then-
him to the Minotaur. Yeah,
Automaton.
okay. Automaton. Right.
Okay.
I guess we'll go down and get him out. Keep his feet shackled, and then
Right, so with
Tie-
feet
tie him.
shackled, wrists still bound together, you take him to the top deck, make the kitty harness on him,
Bound
and
him,
tie
yeah.
him, bind him to the automaton. Undo his hands because he kind of needs those to work. And goes like, and he kind of rubs his wrists for a moment, rubs his head a little bit because he's still a little bit woozy because of the unconsciousness. And he goes like, "All right,
Alright, so here's the deal. You help us, we help you.
seems like a fine deal to me. So, where are we sailing?"
To the mainland.
Yeah, we don't have to tell you where we're going, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
I mean,
If
our
you're away.
captain, and I look at Mar, he can probably navigate. As long as you help with the mundane and heavy stuff, then we'll probably make it.
Yeah, we don't want you to interfere in our travels.
All right.
Hey, I know that
No
Oh.
problem.
you've been upgraded. I'll give you some decent grub because we need you strong if you want to actually help out on the ship.
Yeah, we'll give him some food and some drink.
Well, that is fucking lovely.
Very much welcome.
Yeah.
Also, this thing weighs about 4 tons, so if you make any wrong move, you're going to the bottom of the sea.
Noted.
Can I,
like,
Nick, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
It hasn't been dawn yet, right?
No,
I
it's
think it's
like
about, like-
it's like 4 in the afternoon
yeah, 4 or
currently.
5.
Alright, but we have it a long rest. Because we leveled, alright.
Yeah.
Leveled.
Yeah, okay, so my staff doesn't have any
Your
Present
staff
charge.
doesn't have any charges yet.
yes. Right. I wasn't sure about that. Yeah.
The general is like, you hit him like on the side of his head as well. You can still see a little bit of like the black vein scarring where you hit him. He just woke up from unconsciousness. D&D terms, he's at
Yeah.
1 hit point currently. He looks still pretty
I mean,
roughed up.
we probably would have taken a bit of care of this if he had wounds and stuff, like bind them and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, no, I stabilized him last time.
Yeah, that's 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
that's the
let
one
him
hit
stand
point.
there with open wounds, you know.
Just let
Again,
him die.
he technically kind of had a short rest as well, so he healed up a little bit, but
Yeah,
he's still pretty roughed up.
let's just make sure he doesn't get too many hit points now.
And he's gonna get long rests as well, so
Yeah, he's gonna be
Occasionally,
fine.
just stab him with a dagger or something.
Keep him at 1 hit point.
What
the whole
is
time.
wrong with our artificer, man? What the fuck?
I think he's broken. We gotta send him back to the store.
Oh wow.
Like we
Very
trade
reset
our
him.
Minotaur for another one. This one is too sadistic.
we factory reset our artificer, please.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Multiple times. I'm pretty sure
Times
Cork has
every
been
night.
turned off a couple of times.
Yeah.
He went unconscious a few times.
That damn Naga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those would have made real good boots.
She would have, yeah.
Alright, so the first couple of days of travel are going to take you to the southern point of the island. I want everyone
Oh dear.
to make a survival check.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's
Survival,
not too
I
bad.
Let's see how the sailing goes.
Oops.
Nope. Nope.
Uh,
My survival's actually kind of meh.
are there
17.
within this survival any fey fiends or undead? Because then I have advantage.
No.
Oh my
It's
God.
not too bad. I have 12.
You've got 2 humans and a halfling still. Alright, that's a 12 for Zilmoira. What do you have, Akira?
17.
Alright, not bad. A Cork?
18, excuse me.
Also not bad. Quake?
8.
It's a little bit rough for you, but it's a group effort. Things are going okay. And Hakan?
Am I doing anything?
Survival check, please, as you are trying to get the ropes of sailing a ship?
Well, sailing a ship, I'm definitely very good at sailing a ship. I have survival. It's 14.
All right.
Oh,
With the help of General as well, things go pretty smoothly over the next couple of days. You are kind of getting the hang of some of the things with the with Mars and the General's instructions. Things are going pretty well. Weather is staying up as well.
Oh,
In between jobs and stuff, you have a little bit of downtime over the
Yes.
next couple of days. So, are there any things you wish to do during this time?
I have 2 things I at least want to do.
I'd like to read that book about sailing. That's kind of
Yeah,
interesting
that's
to my
that's
character.
that's one. That's one thing.
I also noticed that I'm apparently proficient in water vehicles. Not sure what that means.
Then you can add your proficiency bonus
Oh, cool.
to your roll.
Wow.
Oh, so okay,
Because
so
you
there
know
would
how
have
these
been
things work.
so there wouldn't have been a non-natural 20 then for my last.
Nice. Fair
Yes,
enough.
mine would have been 15 because I forgot to add my, I forgot to level up my proficiency bonus.
Ah,
Okay. Doesn't change too much because the average roll, it was pretty damn well.
Yeah.
fair.
At least we didn't wreck the ship.
For now.
Yeah.
It's not like you're like sailing the coastline, but it's not like you're right up against it. You still have a view of the island, but you're like a couple 100 feet away from it. But for now, it is basically your anchor point in knowing where you're going.
All right.
Right.
I at least, for one, I wanted to talk a bit with the general to find out the rune stuff because I'm interested in out of game multiclassing. I want to go rune knight eventually, so
Cool.
Okay.
I want to talk to him about it, and I want to talk to Cork a bit and try to learn stuff from blacksmithing about him, and like take notes in my journal and blah blah blah. Just like slowly working towards that. So I'm gonna start learning
I'd
about.
like to talk to the general as well. In my downtime. But more socially, like what he really thinks about the slavery and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, over the days, if he agrees to teach or at least tell me stuff. I don't want to be best friends with him, but at least on friendly terms.
Yeah, at
Alright.
least on friendly terms and like socialize with him a little bit. Make him feel at home.
All right.
Not exactly
so,
home, but not in
Right.
danger.
So let's
Yeah,
start.
yeah, at least not in danger. Let's put it that way.
Like we're not gonna torture you with an iron mask, kind of stuff.
yeah.
Yet.
All right.
It all depends on his behavior.
That's true. But over the next couple of days, he seems to be going along with the flow. No real shady, shifty business. Just generally motivated to not get himself thrown in the ocean by a giant robot.
The general is generally motivated. Nice.
Yes. So, yeah, Quake, you start asking him about the runes, and the general goes like, "What's the interest for you? Like,
Well, I mean, I've trained in some fighting stuff, and to be fair, usually in a fight I'm doing quite well. You smacked me around like I was nothing, so I'm kind of. And that fiery stuff that you started with, oh my god. So
and
I want to learn
it's a few
how.
things I picked up, um, in training. To be fair, it's not too advanced magical stuff. It's not like enchanting. It's more um, empowering your own abilities through the things you are wearing and using. The symbols and the runes myself through studies. I found out which runes to use. Things I found most useful.
Where can I find this information? Like, are there general books about it, or do I?
You can probably find books. Yeah. You can. I kind of some things just come naturally to a person. If you put your mind to it. Or you can find a teacher.
All right. That's
I'm
helpful.
not really sure if I'm the person to do it, because to be fair, I still
be-
kind of think you're a dick.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. And to be fair, if I would ask you, you'd probably say no.
I mean, I can
mean-
tell you what the runes do. I'm not gonna teach you how to make them, how to
Yes.
channel them.
Oh yes.
But really, nothing more than that. Carving
I-
them is an
I
intricate
figured.
process as well.
This is all very welcome already, so thank you very much at least.
I mean, I'm locked up on a ship here with you guys. Least I can do is make it myself easy. You know?
I mean, still, you
So,
still say no. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just asking.
I mean, there's more challenge in an opponent who knows your moves, right?
Very true.
As he kind of gives like a sly smile as he like intensely stares into your eyes.
I just stare back.
Right, I'll give you like few notes on what the runes on my things do.
Right, I grab my journal. And I'll write next
So
to
the
the drawing
sword,
that
it
I...
has this as you're like looking over the sword, you've like studied it a little bit over the last couple of days as well. There are like these very swirly runes carved across it, with a little bit of ruby dust find inside of it. It's like this is what I hit you with. Pretty fucking hard.
Yes.
You can simply, if you manage to channel your energy through it, you can create those fiery shackles I did.
Alright.
Ones
Start
on
like writing next to the drawing in my notebook.
the ones on my braces, as you look very robust. They are not as finely carved and circly as the ones on the greatsword. These are like very straight, rigid lines. It's like these are more defensive runes, which you can channel to up your defensive prowess, so to say.
Whoops.
And the one on the chest piece, he goes. You see, it's like the rune starts like at like the soft spot of your throat, like right above the rib cage. It starts very rigid and then starts flowing more smoothly down the entire chest piece. And he goes, "This is the one I used on your girly friend to put her in that
Ah.
sleepy state."
Yes. I saw that.
So yeah, there you have it. You've seen me use all three. It's not like I'm giving you any real new information, so
Thank you.
Cool.
yeah, try to find someone who can teach you this stuff. I wish you good luck with that.
Yes, thank you. I'll do my best. Seems very... well... gonna be a journey, but it's fine.
See, like on this, it's like the second or the third day, and he grabs his brush again, starts scrubbing the deck again, and he goes like, "I hate this.
Oh, you missed a spot over there.
Fuck you. You think you can do it better?"
Do it
You
yourself.
do it yourself.
No, I have my people for that.
Oh.
Asshole, Jesus. What an
Should have
ass.
fucking killed you on that beach and set that air elemental on your friends.
Yeah, you should have. Now you're throwing
Yeah.
my back.
Could have, should have,
Stop,
would have.
stop provoking him, man.
No, let's just make the angry guy more angry, it's
Yeah,
fine.
this is why at
What's
the
he
beginning.
possibly gonna do?
Yeah, this is why I said at the beginning of the journey that we should have kept those two separated.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I also want to take a little time off. Preferably out of sight from the rest of the party.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah, sure.
Because I want to mix another.
No. Oh no.
No,
Not on the boat. Not on the boat.
he's gonna make another bomb on the boat. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What do you
no.
want to do?
Yeah, I want to make another bomb with the knowledge that I already have.
Okay.
Oh,
The knowledge you already have.
Are we
Yeah.
at the,
The
aren't we at
so-
the, like open sea now? Or are we still close to the island?
This is still happening like as you're coasting the shoreline.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. I'm smart enough to know that it's not a good
Okay.
idea to
Huh?
make a bomb on the open sea.
Right. So the
I was
stuff
just-
is in your automaton. The
Yeah.
automaton is above deck working with the general. So if you want to get your stuff out, someone is probably gonna notice.
No, but
Unless you
I'll
do it.
just wait until he's like they put the general down in his squad before like.
Oh, you're gonna do
emptying
this at night? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Do we have
So-
shared bedrooms of your cabins?
What are
the ship
sleeping?
the ship was big enough to maybe not comfortably but host like up to 20 slaves you were supposed to take with you as well. So
Right.
if you can share bunks if you want, you can have separate bedrooms if you want as well.
I have my own bedroom, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. So in the late cover of darkness,
Mhm.
I'll sleep on the ship. Like on the deck.
you grab your stuff from your automaton. Is anyone at night, by the way, is the general being guarded or is he just
I mean,
being
he's-
guarded by the automaton?
Oh,
He's in his jail cell, right?
Mhm.
He's in his jail cell. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if you want to have him
I
guarded
think
Yeah.
anyway.
we
Well-
should
well-
guard him. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll leave the automaton with him. He can stay up like 24 hours. So
So in the cover of darkness, can you still make a stealth check for me?
Um,
It's like happening on like the second night or something.
that's a 5.
Okay. To know.
Uh,
So you grab your stuff from the automaton, make your way back to your room or wherever on the ship you want this to do.
Yeah, there's not really any safe place to do this, so just my room, I guess.
All right.
I mean, if the bomb goes off, the ship probably goes down. So
yeah, but still, there's a difference if you do it at the bottom of the ship or the top of the ship.
With the limited materials you have left, it's probably going to be like baseball sized.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's what I was aiming for. 1 or 2 smaller sized, preferably under 2 LB each, if possible. Or
you
if I
probably have
can
the materials left to make.
run. All right. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Right.
That's a skill check, right?
Yeah, roll an intelligence check for me, please. Add your proficiency to it.
Seriously?
Oh,
No!
Yes.
No!
No.
No! For fuck's sake, dude!
Oh my god.
All right. Oh my fucking god.
How can you be this bad at this? Seriously.
I think you need
So-
to change career paths, dude.
So, brig, rooms and stuff, they're all like the ship is 3 layers. You have like the cargo layer at the bottom, which is completely submerged if the ship is in the water. You have the upper floor where the brig is, where some more supplies are, and where people are sleeping. And then there's the above deck. You're in your room. You're above sea level.
Mm-hmm.
However, as you're tinkering with this like very small baseball contraption, somewhere during the
Nee.
second night,
Amazon was
everyone, you
vandaag nog.
wake up as you hear a very loud.
Kan je die bestellen? Zit er een abonnement of niet op Amazon?
We horen
Je, kunt,
jou.
je hoeft geen abonnement te hebben om...
Even muten. Thank you. Where was I? Oh yeah, the baseball device.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, you are during the second night. You are awoken. You hear this booming noise and the ripping of wood. Can you make a dexterity savings throw for me, Korg? With disadvantage because you have like the thing in your hand.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's 2.
Right.
Come
This
on,
is a
bitch.
smaller
No.
device. It's not as big. So the hole that is
Oh.
blown in the side of the ship, it's not that big. It's like 2 feet by 2 feet.
Oh.
It's manageable. You do, however, take 6 fire damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
As you all hear this loud bang, ripping of wood. Hakan, you're on the top of the ship. You see like little bit splinters of wood just get thrown into the ocean.
I just kind of confused. Look, just kind of look up and down, very confused. What just happened?
As Mar, who is like behind the steering wheel as he's going a little bit later into the night, goes like, "What was that?"
Did you just hit it on the rocks?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. As he kind of like lets go of the wheel and runs to the side of the ship to check. It's like it's a little bit too high for rocks to. I don't see any rocks. What? Just I don't know what happened. I'm gonna check below deck as he kind of like runs down. Cork, you hear a banging noise on your door.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm like panic mending. Like, mending.
It's too big a hole for
Yeah, no, I
mending,
know, but-
man.
You also see this man butt naked running towards.
Oh no,
Because
not
I ain't
again.
have time to dress myself when this happens. When I hear this explosion.
Yeah, I do open the door for the other ones.
You see Hector. He was like the first at your door. You see Akira running naked through the ship towards you as well. Hector goes like, "What was that?
Something.
Did you blow a hole in the wall of the ship?"
You try to make a bomb again, probably.
No.
As he kind of like puts his hand beside his head as you're standing on the left of him, looking a little bit uncomfortable.
Sorry!
Does it smell like bad guano now?
Yeah, there's like blue splattering along the walls as well.
God damn it, Cork.
Bad guano. Damn
Why?
it. Why? You should have tried it on the mainland or something.
When we're on a ship, really?
But we need to repair this gap.
Agreed.
We probably have some like leftover repair supplies among the cargo.
Yeah,
I guess
we,
it's
Otherwise, you can always break down some crates.
if we
it's
use
also very true.
your repairing stuff, I can also use mending as well.
Mark comes running down the stairs. What was that?
Hole?
Hector answers, "Our bomb making friend fucked up again." "My ship?" "You're gonna repair that, buddy. Supplies are downstairs. We're gonna fix that."
Yeah,
I'm-
yeah. Yeah.
I'm first gonna put on some clothes and
He's,
then.
he's like this halfling man is like eye height with your balls, and he also kind of covers his head. Like I'm gonna repair that. You that's
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oops.
Cork.
Looks like this batch of bad guano isn't quite up to snuff.
Do you have any more? Can you make any more? Where are the ingredients?
I'm not telling you.
Yes, you tell me, because you're not gonna make any more bombs while we're on the ship.
Well, sure, right.
Do you have any
Um,
more? I'll start searching his room for any more ingredients.
Hey,
roll an investigation check.
Okay.
All the bad guano everywhere.
Oh my god, why am I rolling so bad? 6.
I mean, except for the poo he could scrape off the walls, you don't find any real other ingredients he could use.
Nothing?
Not the 6.
Are his tools on the table?
They are, yeah.
I'm gonna
Like
grab his tools.
his tools are just scattered across the room as well.
Yep, I'm gonna grab his tools.
hey, those are my
Meanwhile,
tools.
I'm
No,
running downstairs in my
I don't.
clothes.
Nope. If we're off the ship, then you get him back.
Well, I can't use my magic if I don't have my tools.
You
If
have other tools
if
to use.
you need something, you can come and ask them.
Fine, I'll make my own.
Oh my
That's
god!
true.
I'll just walk out the room with his
He
tools.
can actually
Bye.
do that. He can actually do that. That's the funny part.
Also, I still need to prepare the ship. You dingus.
Yeah, there's already this
Here,
dingus running
I'll
down.
I'll give him one hammer. There you go.
Fine.
I
Don't
come back
worry.
with some planks and probably nails, I guess.
Oh,
All right, you find some repair supplies like planks, nails, stuff like that. So over the next like hour and a half, Cork, you patch up the wall. Things settle down a little bit, and everyone can eventually gets their night rest anyway, as the next
yeah.
day.
I can imagine like at some point I can start using mending to like plug
Yeah.
up the holes. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
Every
Eventually.
night before bed, just to be sure.
Well, okay. I only need 4 hours of sleep each night. So if I'm
Okay.
going to bed really early, I can stay up the rest of the night and keep an eye on Cork, so that he doesn't make any more bombs. That's what I'm gonna do. At least for a couple nights, and if I notice that he's not doing anything weird, I'll start sleeping normally again.
Okay.
Really.
Yes, really.
So before you reach the most southern point of the island, Akira, you wanted to talk with the general as well.
Yes. Yeah. Just more of a general chat.
Just the general chat.
Good morning. Hello. Bye. Bye.
The staple in every Discord, the general
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah, exactly.
With the general.
No, general. Question. Why the slavery?
Why the slavery?
That's
Yeah.
That's
What a question.
I've been thinking about it, and
how much of
yeah.
a history buff are you?
I've lived with lizard folk. I know a lot.
I'm also
And-
quite history buff if I'm close to when this is happening.
No, the general asked him that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like, how is your history? Like, it being a little bit like sarcastically, like, are you for real right now?
Yes, I am.
So,
I know the why, but I'd like to know a more specific reason. Like, why protect the slaves? I don't get it.
I mean, protecting the slaves is an easy answer because if they end up dead, they're not worth any money.
There's more ways to make money than just selling slaves, obviously.
That's very true. However,
And you know what they say, a paid man counts for two. They'll work harder if you pay them.
if I ask you to pay me now, I tell you I would work harder, would you do that?
I look at my pouch, and let's see, what do I have? I show him 1 silver.
All
One
right,
silver.
I see we're both trying to be funny
Be-
here.
Beginning of beginning of the labor rights movement, 2021 colorized.
Well, we're gonna need a lot more explosives.
Guess we are both on the other side of the story.
I mean, to tell you very honestly, like, I've not always been a general. Yet,
That's,
everyone starts as a low-foot soldier.
yeah.
You get your orders, and you get indoctrinated in it, and you follow in the footsteps after the person you're following.
But now there's nobody to follow anymore. For you.
Oh, now they are following me.
Yeah. But you're not there anymore, so they will find a new one. A new general.
We'll find a new general, and as far as I'm aware, unless you took them out as well, there
I
is
know.
still the auction master and her brother.
I know.
This
You know, you could be the first one to do something about it. As a general leading an army against the slavers.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get paid now, would I? And you had said it yourself, a paid man counts for two.
That's very true, man.
And to be very fucking honest, fucking hate those dragon folk.
And why?
Easy.
Because- Tell me.
My grandparents, they were fighting in wars against the elders. Dragonborn sided with the elders. It's basic history, man. They're on the other side.
Like I said, I used to live with dragonfolk. I know the history.
Yeah, they were on the losing side, and they ended up where they ended up.
Yes, I know. As I stare at my longsword.
Yeah,
But
mean,
it was a nice chat, General. Have a good rest.
wouldn't consider it nice, but there you go.
Yeah, I just wanted to know a couple of things. But have a good one.
At least I never battered one of the fucks. Living with lizard folk, fucking trash.
And I denk is chain. Do not
Uh,
talk shit about my friends.
I
Alright,
never hope
he-
one of them as well.
like you yank at the back of him, he manages to stay afoot. He doesn't like back smack on the deck.
No, don't need him to fall. I'm just need him to be aware that he's still in bondage.
Just a little yank.
Yeah, just enough to remind him.
I don't regret anything I said.
Have a nice day,
Like that.
General.
You too. See you in about 5 minutes when you're scrubbing the deck again or something.
As I walk to Zil and whisper to her, we're definitely gonna sell him. I hate this fucking man. Sorry, I needed to get these emotions away.
No, I get that. I really do.
That's why I went to you and not to that. As I look over my shoulders, that fucking Minotaur or something.
The fuck?
as I sit there reading my tarot, and it actually comes up as struggling relationships.
Wow.
I want to learn more Draconic. Last time it was starting to make a bit sense. Like I could basically speak 2-word sentences or something, and I want to work on like small sentences.
Right?
I can
Can
help.
you roll an intelligence check for me then, please?
Again, I'm helping,
'Kay.
obviously.
First one goes in the jail. I have a new dice jail.
First one goes to the jail.
That was a 1.
Ooh.
So never mind.
If I notice her like
You have the basics down, but that's just the basics. Going further from that, you have a feeling that you're struggling a little bit, but you still have a couple of weeks on the sea to go.
Yeah.
So, not like you've been at it for about 2 weeks now, so it's not things are
And there's
progressing.
somebody on board that knows Draconic, so he can help,
Same.
obviously.
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
if I notice her like trying to learn it, I'll start speaking Draconic to her to get her accustomed to
Oh,
valves
that's
and
good.
Same, yeah, same.
that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
I like the small sentences.
Just easy stuff, but I'll start like teaching her as well.
Over dinner time.
Yeah, I'll just point at an item and say it in Draconic, all that kind of stuff.
Every time, like you guys passives are pretty decent. Every time you like speak Draconic, when the general is nearby, he kind of spits on the deck every time.
If I notice that, I'll say to him.
Yeah. Gotta clean him up after.
No. I'll say to him, it doesn't hurt to learn. It's not good to just hate. It's all right to just learn.
A couple of years, those fuckers are extinct, and you don't need the language anyway. So
Maybe in a couple of years you are extinct and you won't need language either.
not that old, Nancy.
It doesn't have anything to do with age, my dear.
See about that.
And I'll just turn around and I'll start talking in Draconic again.
We're really pissing him off, aren't we?
Just to provoke him, I'm only gonna start Draconic to him now.
Nice.
Whenever I'm near him, whenever I see him, whenever I'm talking to him as well. I don't know if you understand it, but I'm still gonna speak
I
Draconic.
doubt he would.
He does not.
Thanks for him.
But after a couple of days, you've reached the most southern point of the island, and Mar is doing like at night. He's doing like star charts adjustments, and he's like making calculations. Like, all right, if we do this, we can make a straight shot to Jericho, and you start leaving behind the island. If you like standing on the back of the ship, it is slowly disappearing in the distance. We're going into our second week of travel, and can I have everyone to make another survival check for me, please?
Different die,
Please.
different die, different die.
Please, dice gods, be with me.
Like the
Oh
first
shit!
few days,
I got a 20,
days-
boys. It's not a
first few
natural
days
20
went
though.
pretty well, so the DC is a little bit lower as your guys are learning.
Yeah, I hate this die. Roll another critical fail again.
Do you need
I've
an-
got a.
Uh,
I've got 20.
Nice.
I got a 16.
I got
Okay, that's still
15.
pretty good. 15, still pretty
12.
good. 12, all right.
All above 10.
Axel rolled a little bit lower as well. But as a group, group DC was a little bit lower. Things are progressing. Travel is a little bit slower than you really want to. You have another week of downtime, basically. Are there any other things you guys wish to accomplish? Besides learning Draconic and
Yeah, I want
working
to
on the
learn
general
about Quake, about blacksmithing. Ask him the tips and tricks.
Cork, you mean Cork, right?
Yes, I said Cork.
No, you said Quake.
No, I said Cork.
He said Cork.
Oh, sorry, misheard. Yeah, sure.
I got confused for a moment as well. Did he say Quake? Was he talking to
No,
himself?
I said
I really, never mind. I really thought you did, but yeah, sure. I
just
tried
some
teaching the
tips and
basics.
tricks about blacksmithing. About,
I do need my
Oh,
tools back though.
I mean, you can't actually show me, can you? We don't have a forge.
I can melt some stuff.
Yeah, okay, but is that the same as blacksmithing?
Basically, from what
Or
I
do you just want to... you just want your tools back?
maybe a bit of column A, a bit of column B.
As long as you promise me you won't do something explosive again, then you can have
I
him.
promise. Not until
Okay.
we're at the mainland, at least.
Okay. I'll give him his tools back.
Ooh.
Right.
Finally, you're back, my lovelies.
Sweeney
Alright,
Todd.
now,
My
teach me.
eyes, one pretty cat.
Yeah, and I tried to show him the basics of like blacksmithing, like
I'll start
mixing
writing down
alloys
notes and
and
stuff.
yeah,
Temperature of the forge needs to be at this and blah, blah,
yeah. Oh, I also hand him over all my like little notes that I took over the years.
blah.
Always
Are they
handy.
useful notes? Or did I get all of them?
Yeah, they are, but they're probably. I was thinking they are probably written in Elven. Not sure if that's
Yes, I can
Oh,
read Elvish.
cool.
He is
Yeah,
an
Nick-
elf. So,
Yeah, I am an elf, so...
right. Yeah, I forget.
Nick,
so you can spend the next couple of days to like copy his notes so you can give him back later, but
Yes.
maybe reorganize them a little bit. But it's gonna
Yeah.
probably in between jobs on the ship itself. It's gonna take you a couple of days.
That's fine.
Fair.
I'll do that in my time.
Nick, I rolled a d3 for my staff, and I rolled a 2, so now I have 2 charges in my staff of death.
Okay, it's
That's
been
tough.
like 4 or
been
5
enough.
days already, so it's probably charged
again.
completely.
Oh, it's been multiple days. Oh yeah, then that's
Yeah, it's been-
then
it's
I'm
been
at 3. Then I'm
almost-
definitely at 3.
been
It's been a
6 or
week
7
already.
days already.
Oh yeah, then I'm definitely at 3. This is irrelevant then.
Hmm.
All right. In the time that I'm on the ship, I just wanna see if I can spot any new creatures because I've never really been I've never really been out at sea for longer than just a day or something. The only time I ever went on a boat is when I left the woods to get to Fort Castra in the first place.
Right, can you make a perception check for me?
All right. That is a perception. That is an 18.
She's a dragon turtle.
18.
Oh crap.
Even if you saw one, he couldn't change into it. So, let's see. So there are like a few of the standard creatures that you probably already know. You've seen dolphins before. You've seen sharks before. Like different kinds of fishies. At one point, as you're sailing a little bit off ship, you see a giant octopus
Ooh.
like drifting in the water, not agitated or anything or aggressive, but for some reason being above water for a little moment.
All right, that's pretty cool. I kind of want to. No, they don't eat onion.
At
I
one
wanna
point,
to
you
throw
also
some
see a
food
couple
into
of
the water.
whales.
Whales.
Ooh.
Whale. What do we got here? What kind of whales are they?
Sperm whales. That's not dirty, it's an actual type
Narwhal.
of whale.
I know.
And narwhals
Narwhal.
are useful.
Narwhal.
No.
They're killer whales.
Oh, that's not a whale. That's a dangerous
Yeah,
dolphin. That's a danger dolphin.
Technically a dolphin.
That's
yes,
a
I am
danger
aware.
dolphin. That's what that is.
That's a big black and white danger dolphin.
Sea panda.
Yeah,
mean,
see,
I mean, pandas are kind of lame in comparison.
Free Willy!
I mean, let's be honest, pandas kind of suck because you're a bear and then you use all your energy to just eat bamboo. Like, what the fuck?
Even too lazy to mate.
Yep.
I mean, only really in captivity.
Yeah.
Honestly, hot take, they deserve to be extinct.
Oh,
all
Holy
right,
crap.
moving on.
Wow.
Holy crap, killer whales
What-
actually have some insane stats.
wow.
Like, what the hell?
No, just
Blindside 120 feet. What? The
Damn.
fuck is that?
What? They're.
Also have a challenge rating of 3, so you can't change into.
Yeah, but they still look cool though.
Okay. I kind of also want to look at my mutagen papers again, the ones that I stole when I was escaping.
Right?
Just reading them a bit, see if I can find another mutagen, which won't work for another level, but I'll just read it.
Problem. Just flavor and story arc.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else wishes to do something?
Yeah, I want to
Try
write a.
defense.
Oh, excuse me. You go first.
Besides the things I've been doing, yeah.
Oh, I know something I maybe want to do. If there's any of the party members that likes to spar a bit to train.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
I'll spar with you.
I'll be the arbiter. I'll just see if everyone's playing fair.
All right.
So in probably somewhere in the next couple of days, you've been sparring a little bit in between. And at one point, the general, as he's like tying up knots, as the sail has been let down, as a strong wind has been blowing. It was like, oh, how would you like a real opponent, mate?
Yes.
Cool.
How would you like a new opponent? Yes.
I'll take a real opponent.
All right.
You seriously want to give him his weapon?
No,
Not
I'm not
his
giving him his
weapon.
weapons.
No,
Oh,
we're
Use his fists.
if we're gonna do this,
Okay.
we're gonna do this fair. Either you give me a weapon, or
No,
you use your bare knuckles as well.
Ooh,
I've been
bare
using my
knuckle fight them
knuckles.
down. Bare knuckle fight them down. Ooh, yes please.
Right. He like kind of steps forward, like tugs at the rope at his back a little bit. You like loosen up a
First.
little bit, make this at least seem like a fair fight.
We'll
Wait,
get the
what?
automaton a little closer.
I
It's
stand
not
on
what
the.
I meant.
Yeah, I stand on the deck
I'll
holding my
extend
axe.
the rope. I'll extend the rope.
Yeah.
I'll take it off the automaton, extend another piece, and I'll make it longer, so he
Right.
can at least move around more.
Yeah, I also.
Especially for
hold
the fight. Afterwards, he's getting back.
Yeah, I also hold
Legs.
on to the end of the rope. Without the general.
And I'm just standing there, like hanging over my axe.
Yeah, if he's gonna do this, we're gonna all keep an eye on him.
Yup.
Yeah.
Right, as he cracks his knuckle for a moment. Right, boar boy. See what your lizard folk friends taught you. We're not going into like real combat because it's just going to be sec points of hit points and math stuff.
I mean,
So we're just gonna roll off a little bit with contested strength checks. We're gonna do best of 5.
Athletics or just strength?
Just straight up strength, or unarmed attack roll.
oh,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the same
please.
as.
It's basically the same.
You're proficient with your arms, so.
You're both fighters, so yeah, you're proficient with them as well. Right, so beginning of the fight. You got.
Roll was stuck. 25.
Oh my god.
two hits? Yeah. Nice.
No, this is like contested rolls.
Yeah.
The general rolled an 18, so like in the first few punches, you like hit him square in the jaw. He gets a few punches in, but not really that hurtful or anything. Let's roll again.
Wait, how much strength do you have?
4.
A model of 18. Wow. Nice.
19, actually.
Oh,
19.
19. Damn.
Plus 7, so 26.
So you notice a little bit that because the general's legs are still, they're not like completely shackled shut, but his movement is a little bit restricted, and you kind of get advantage out of it. Punching him left and right. Like at one point, you like hit him square on the jaw. He spits out a teeth, and
Am
he
I
goes,
continue general or surrender now?
"Fuck you!" As he like spits blood, as he spits blood at you.
This is
You won that round
unsanitary.
again. Let's roll again.
That's another high roll.
This is un-
I finally rolled well as well. I rolled a 28 with a natural 20. So like at
Wait,
one
how
point you
much-
like swing at him, he ducks and he like hits you square in the solar plexus. You get as you get like regurgitation.
Wait,
Like
how
you
much-
have a little bit of a problem holding in your breakfast meal. He kind of wipes his chin, like there's still blood trickling over his chin.
How can you get a 28?
It's natural 20 plus 8.
Yeah.
This-
Efficiency bonus of +3.
But
plus
it's just
20
a D20 plus your strength modifier, right?
Unarmed strike.
Unarmed
Oh,
strike.
unarmed
Since
strike.
fighters are.
Oh.
Get added.
Okay. I was like, how are you rolling so high? Like, what the fuck? How much modifiers do you have? But okay, now I get it. Okay,
It's +7 and +8.
please continue.
I will add one thing to the rules. You're not allowed to spit blood at each other. Darn kids.
As they're like,
unsanitary.
firing off, the general looks at you, spits a bit of blood at you, goes for another swing.
This is a bonding moment, dude.
All right, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna bonk him with the staff of withering. I'm gonna bonk him with the staff of withering. Let's fucking go.
No.
23.
22.
Can I bonk him with the staff of withering? Actually,
Don't interfere into the duel, man.
No
Let them
interference.
fight.
he spit me in the face.
Yeah, then hit him afterwards when he's down.
Actually, I did that as well. And it says at you, not at your face, but.
You start noticing that he kind of like, he's been tied up. You've been sparring, you've been practicing, so you see that he's, after about 2 weeks almost, he's a little bit out of shape, and one of his swings go wide, and you like uppercut him on the bottom of his chin, and he falls back on his back, like breathing heavily, almost hyperventilating, and he like crosses his arm, and he goes like, "All right, that's enough. That's enough.
I'll help him up.
It's a mean right hook you've got there."
Yeah, thanks. You too, man. You've got some punches in you. I have
What's
to
your
say.
armor class?
18.
Alright, as he gets up, he like takes one more swing at you, hits you like
Wow.
square in the jaw.
Sorry, 16 at the moment. I'm not wearing my shield.
Right.
It still would have been 21 to hit. So, like, takes like a sucker punch at you, like, little. He already kind of told you he lost, but he kind of wanted to punch you just once to.
Now you
like,
can bonk him with the staff of withering.
I'm gonna
I'm
bonk.
gonna stand next to the to Quake like, keep all of me, keep all of me, please.
Hou hem tegen, jongen, hou hem tegen.
All right, I'm gonna bonk him with the. I'm bonking him with the staff of
Please.
withering, and that is a 26.
that, even if he was wearing armor, that would have hit. Yeah.
All right. What does it do again? On a hit, it deals damage as normal quarterstaff. You can spend one charge to deal with an extra 2d10 necrotic damage.
Maybe don't do
Kill him
the
right here.
I'm not gonna do the extra damage.
No.
Alright, just roll the quarterstaff damage.
That's 1d8 still. Oh, it's 1 plus 4, so that's 5 damage. It's just like a bonk. It's a pretty modest bonk.
You get +4 damage on your quarterstaff.
Yeah, because I got Shillelagh on it.
You did
He
not
hit me in the
like
face.
that.
Alright, I didn't. I mean, then I just do 2 damage. All right.
Alright, that you, like hit him like in the back of his knee as he kind of drops to a knee, looks at you, and he Goes like, all right, guess I deserve that.
Yeah, now,
All right, back to work, I guess.
yeah, I timed
You
back
see-
the automatron again.
Gets back up. You like tie him tighter to the automaton again, and he glares at you for a second.
Uh,
Back to work, I guess.
Back to work.
I just grab another onion. Just
I think, like, if you've been eating an onion every day, you're like close to running out.
an onion a day keeps the doctor away. Everybody knows this.
it keeps
it's
everyone
slowly
away.
running out of onions.
I mean, I'm almost out of onions. So I got like, I mean, I got 20 big onions, right? Yeah, I'm out of onions almost. It's very sad.
Well, it's been like 10 days at this point on the ship, so you've had them for a couple of days already, so you have like
You're
one or two left now.
They're beginning
Damn.
to sprout.
Saddest life. Life's never been
With your
so
second
sad.
week at sea coming to a close, you've had your conversations, you've been sparring, you've been talking. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yay!
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Break. We're
See.
gonna continue our sea journey. So see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
See.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So let's continue our seafaring journey. It's been about a week on the open seas, and it's probably gonna be another week before Jericho is reached. So for this next week, I would like everyone to make another survival check again.
Oh, I thought that we
Great.
already had
Jeez.
2.
We had 2 weeks
Yeah.
already. So this is
Yeah, you had
third
one.
week,
You
right?
had you had one following the coastline,
Ah, 1 in open
and
sea.
Yeah.
this is on open sea.
Okay,
Alright,
9.
here we go.
Oh no! Why am I rolling so terrible?
15.
Second one in the dice jail.
6.
Really?
Uh,
I rolled a 6.
which stat are we rolling?
Survival.
Yes, that's 25.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I mean, I've got +7 on survival, really.
I
Damn.
I've got a +3.
wait. Let me.
+2.
Pretty sure I rolled 22.
All right,
Decent.
and Hector rolled a 19. So all in all,
Oh.
pretty decent group. Well, pretty decent. It's a very good group check. So the rest of the journey goes without a hitch, really. Let's see. You have another week of downtime before reaching the shoreline. Is there anything else besides the things you've been doing, like copying the blacksmith notes, teaching, reading, learning Draconic, all those kind of things? You've been doing those passively over the last couple of days. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I mean, I would like to have a particularly close look at the general, like continuing through the week. Just want to make sure it doesn't do anything suspicious.
Uh,
All right.
I'll throw it in the group. What are we gonna do about his gear
Take
Wait,
it.
wait, wait.
from the general? He had a magical ring. I don't know if you want to use it or give it back, or
No,
He's
no,
not
no.
gonna
I
get that
honestly
ring.
don't want to give it back. But
It was a what did the ring again, Cork?
ring of protection.
Yeah.
I could always use more protection, but I think you guys are more in dire need for protection
Yeah,
than me.
I mean,
I'm really not in need of.
I thought I was going to be a help to the party, but the last 2 fights I've been knocked on my ass pretty quickly.
I think you should keep it, son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
keep
Are you
it-
sure?
keep it
definitely.
quick.
Use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What are we gonna do with his sword and chainmail?
Well, for us, they're just a sword and chainmail, and I
We
can't.
could
You,
just
you wanna sell
sell
it?
those.
Or
Yeah.
They look
at
pretty
least
fancy.
give it back to him the moment we let him go?
No.
No,
We're
no,
not
no, no,
letting him
no.
go. We're not letting him go.
All right.
We haven't told you this yet, but the city we're going to, or yes, city
I mean,
village, I think.
I probably would have asked
There's
him the last.
they have a bounty on his head there.
So we can just hand
Oh.
them in for a bounty.
Yeah.
Or
Um,
Snickers.
I like coconut.
but yeah, we can sell the stuff. It's not of use to us. Well,
Well,
maybe for you if you decide to ever do something with the runes, but for now it's just dead weight.
I mean,
Hmm.
you can keep it if you want to.
I mean, I'm not gonna wear the chainmail. And I'm probably not gonna use the sword either. But
Is it a long sword or a?
two-handed great,
Great sword.
No, I'm not interested. I like my shield.
Yeah, I could use a great sword. I mean, I like my axe better, but I mean, if something happens to my axe, we have the long sword. But other than that, I wouldn't use it.
Nice.
I would just keep it for now.
Yeah.
If the opportunity arises to sell it, then we can always do that.
I would never give it back to him. He's a, well,
He's a.
you know how I think about him, how he deserves to die and all.
Yeah.
Probably if we're gonna sell him out, he will die. So
Yeah, that's at least good to know.
then it's
Some
not
kind
our
of
problem
justice.
anymore.
For all the people that he, helped enslave.
So this we're just to inform you, Quake. Forgot to mention we're going to a town called Jericho.
All right.
It's full of like smugglers and other
Pirates.
pirates and other. Well, one
Criminals.
might say scum.
Backwater town.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Any ideas what we're going to do if we get there?
No.
Are we going to stay there and look for work? Are we going to travel someplace else?
I mean, they're probably not gonna look for us there, right? So if
No,
you...
but do you want to stay there for the rest of your life?
No, but we can
No,
stay
but-
there for a couple of days and make a plan there.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
okay, but
See
the
what we
best.
run into. I mean, this is a thing that happened a long time ago when we left Fort Castra, but I promised Helbit to find some weed for him. We can go look
Oh,
for
wow.
that, but other than that, I don't know what to do. I mean, we can get stronger and get allies and try to go to the diamond
I-
mines.
Yeah.
who was the one that had a friend in Jericho? Was it Hector or Mar?
Hector.
I'll ask
Hector.
Hector, like, is this friend of his, can he maybe set us up with work or to do stuff or?
I mean, I haven't seen him in a bit, but I'm pretty sure like his trading caravans most of the time need guards. So there's probably some work in that for you.
Okay, okay,
Oh,
nice.
We can do that.
If they
If you
don't,
don't
mind.
mind, you don't mind traveling through deserts and stuff. To be honest, I hate the desert. Lots of sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Anakin.
Actually, I actually never been to the desert.
No,
I
me
didn't-
neither.
Are there deserts in the Feywild?
No.
Nope, then I've never seen a desert.
No, the Feywild is mostly just lush jungles and stuff like that.
Has anyone been ever to the desert?
I'm
No,
more
but
of a forest mountain type girl.
Yeah, I came from the swamps. So
I've,
foresty.
I've seen many landscapes.
I've heard people talking about it like a sea of sand, but
Yeah, it's
I-
quite
I can't
deserted.
imagine.
I've never really seen it
Ah.
in. I've never seen it in real life, but I've seen it in my vision.
D6 brick damage for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
4.
I'm actually curious. Okay.
I mean, I can tell you a little bit about it. It's sand
sand,
as
yeah.
as far as the eye can see. There are some ancient ruins scattered across. It's hot. It's very, very hot.
Okay.
And yeah, it's sandy. Like very, very sandy.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hakan.
Yes?
You can like make food, right? Those berries, but can you also make water?
I'm pretty sure they also hydrate you.
Ah, okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's like a
Do
juicy
bears
berry.
hydrate?
From what I've
Oh no,
heard-
it does not help with hydration.
Oh,
I believe good berries only.
Wait a second, I think
nutrition
I'm
for
gonna look
a
this up.
day.
The nourishment provided, let's look at Jeremy Crawford. The nourishment provided by good berry is meant to be like food, not water, but the DM can say otherwise.
Okay.
As I interpret the spell as it's written in the player's handbook, it gives nutrition for a day, and nutrition is food. So
Okay.
Alright,
that makes sense.
so then I am not the hydrated boy.
Then maybe we should find like
I mean, I can create water.
that's what I meant. At least so we don't like, because if you're in this place and something happens to your water supply, you're screwed. So
Yes, but I have the create water spell.
very well. Then at
Okay,
least
then,
we'll,
we should
we're
be fine.
saved.
So I can get at least like a big bucket.
But guys, should we maybe wait with like big plans until we've actually got there to the town?
Fair.
We don't know what the situation is on the ground. There might
I
even
don't
be.
mind wandering. I mean, we don't have anything else to do in the ship now.
Yeah,
So.
no, fair. But I mean, there might even be like bounties on our heads, as far as we know.
Very doubtful that there's a bounty on our head in Jericho, but sure.
Well,
Yeah,
not in
it's
Jericho,
doubtful,
but
it might be.
I mean,
well,
to be fair, it's not like
Isn't the Red Sea more of a lawless region?
everything's a lawless region because there's not really
It
kings and
basically-
queens and lands.
there are some like folk that run cities, but it's not like things are under same laws. You probably could reach one of the other islands, and they wouldn't care less what you did on fucking Deos or on one of the other islands.
Yeah, fair.
So,
But
so why would there be a bounty for us?
But there's gonna be one heck of a bounty for you in Fort Imperius, that's for sure.
yeah,
Yes, but
Depending on context, they might try to find you elsewhere, but
I don't think we're not that big of a deal, to be honest.
probably not. I'm just saying that it could be an option. So we should be careful what we do next.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, but
Says the guy who also detonated.
yeah, that they had 2 bombs.
So at some point during the next couple of days, during your conversations on what to do, the general, as he's like busy, like
I-
checking
At least
stuff.
I try to keep my conversations about our plans and where we're going away from the captain.
Yeah,
Or
I
away
figured as
from
much.
the general.
I figured as much.
yeah.
He kind of walks up to you guys as everyone is working a little bit, and he asks, "Right, so we've been at sea for about 10 days, a little bit southward. How long till we reach Port Cali? That's where we're going, right?
No.
Right.
No, sir.
Hey. No, sir.
Alright, you guys have a mysterious look on your face.
It's not mysterious. It's just that it's none of your business.
it's Nanya.
I mean, to be honest,
Guys, we're going to Nanya.
we're gonna reach land a couple of days. I would at least want to know where I'm gonna be and where I'm gonna be set free, so I know how to get my bearing and where to go.
I mean, we'll tell you when we get there, but
It's a little
Yeah.
bit late for my taste.
Well, yeah, you don't really have a choice, do you?
I've been nothing but helpful to you guys for the last 3 weeks.
You
The
have
least you
insulted
can do is
the
throw me a bone here.
I mean, we've been giving you
Let's
just
just say
nice
there are
food
also-
and letting you live, and we're letting you even go, so...
Let's just say that we're going to a smaller port town than the bigger ones.
Somewhere, and we know that it's
kinda
somewhere
looks
where you have like an old friend.
No, guys. That's way
You're
too much.
giving him more and more. Just shut up.
There's nowhere he can go.
Still.
I have a hunch.
Okay.
There are multiple places I have friends. But your intonation, I think you don't mean actual friend, do you?
Oh no shit, Sherlock.
Who's Sherlock?
I could tell you in the
Who's
comic.
Sherlock?
I
It's
think
an
I
old...
know enough.
Sherlock is a detective from an old book.
What's a detective?
What's the detective?
You probably know what a
Someone who
detective
solves
is.
mysteries. Are you guys dimwits or what?
Yes, I am actually a dimwit. Fuck you.
I am a dimwit. That's why I made the machine by my own hands.
Oh, that's why you've exploded 2 bombs.
I mean, I could explode him if I wanted to.
Not anymore, because you lost all your supplies.
Shut up. He doesn't need to know.
No,
Yeah, but let's keep the
Oh.
riddles to a minimum, guys.
Riddle me this.
By the way, outside of game, DM question. Apparently, as a background, I have the feature Researcher. When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know that information, you often know where or whom you can obtain it from. Usually this information comes from a library, blah 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 blah. Your DM might rule the knowledge you seek secreted away or almost inaccessible, blah 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 blah. So I should probably know where I can learn about Rune Knight.
You probably have a vague idea where you can find a teacher. Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay, good. Nice.
So
Alright.
you're 2 more days away from Jericho. Cork,
Mm-hmm.
what do you have stored in your automaton?
What do you mean?
You occasionally store stuff in your machine.
Yeah.
What do you have stored in your machine currently?
The drugs.
The drugs.
Right?
I have, let's see, water skin, the compass, the magical compass, and the neck brace at the moment.
Okay.
Also, all my private gold and silver and coins.
It's basically a walking purse. All right.
Yeah.
Right, good to know.
Why do you need to know this?
Thing.
Alright.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, I'm very close to my automaton. You're not going anywhere, are you, buddy? Alright, no. I'm just.
Nick, one thing I have not mentioned yet. When you were talking about what we were doing on board, do we have any cookbooks in our inventory?
That we know of.
Still more,
I don't
maybe.
think so.
No, I don't have a cookbook.
All right.
Want to do
Why?
something special with your last onion?
No, maybe we would have learned to make better onion things.
I mean, if you're just saying this out loud, I say, well, you can caramelize it,
What is that?
put some sugar on it, and you'll bake it real slow.
No, you don't caramelize onions with sugar.
No. You just bake them in a pan.
I think the
This is me as a character, by the way, not
I
as me as
know, but oh no, that's disgusting.
No, I think you shouldn't use sugar, just a bit of butter.
Ooh,
butter. What's butter?
It's like
Um,
milk, very thick,
Oh.
overly whipped cream.
chunky milk.
Chunky milk? This sounds disgusting. You guys are appalling.
It's actually quite tasty.
You are all appalling. Ugh.
Oh.
You should try some before you have an opinion.
Yeah.
All right.
Some
I'll
butter
trust-
toast.
A
Oh.
bunion.
Oh.
A little bit of salt on it, a little bit of pepper.
Maybe I can cook you some elvish meals if you want to.
I've had some elvish meat. Not all of
Even
it, but
meals
I've had
that
some.
we eat in the Feywild.
I've been to the Feywild.
Oh, you have? Oh, interesting.
I mean, not often, but I've been there like twice. I think.
Where have you been? I'm gonna go on a whole conversation with him now about the Feywild, where he's been.
Cork kind
3 hours later.
of intermingles and goes, wait, Feywild's real? I thought it's just a place of myth.
No, I've been born there. I've lived there most of my life.
Interesting. Do they have many beds there?
Sure. You
Cork
want it.
immediately starts writing down stuff.
I mean, some people do, some people don't. It's
What? A bat, not a bed.
Bat. A bed
Like
flying. Yeah.
He wants to get
Oh.
more shit.
I thought you meant pet, like a house pet. Oh,
No.
I said bat.
Bats.
Well, yes, they have bats. Bats are probably everywhere.
Ooh, interesting.
There's some very weird bets in the Feywild.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
all-
everything really is weird in the Feywild, to be honest.
Yeah,
Fair.
I'm not gonna disagree with you there.
Anyway, what were we doing again?
You were making onions.
I can make.
I'm out of
soup.
onions already, kid.
I mean, I can make you some soup.
Are you
with the
are you in
scraps.
onion withdrawal now?
I mean, I don't want to eat good berries all the time. You know, it gets boring. I've spent so
I mean,
many years
we
just
have
eating
we
good
have
berries.
food on the ship.
there was enough food supplies on the ship to
Sustain 20
Supply-
slaves.
Yeah.
Sustains 20 slaves for at least 2 to
We
3
have
Hey, what
weeks.
food was
You-
it? Was it
you-
crappy food?
No, we have meat.
It wasn't
fish, we have
luxurious
fruit
food,
and-
but it was like food that is
Like dried
That-
meats
that-
and stuff.
I mean,
Fried
onions
meat,
really
like-
were a snack because you can't live on
We
one
also
onion
had
a day.
apples, if I'm not mistaken.
apples, like anything that can be kept longer than a couple of weeks, like dried meats. After a couple of days, the bread grew very stale, so you probably like you could have made like soup bowls or stew bowls out of them to at least give them a little bit of flavor.
I wanna-
you've had plenty of food to eat.
I
over the
want
last
to
few
put I want
weeks.
to try to make some like I want to try to make some cider from the apple. Just I took some apples from the supply and I put them in a bottle and I want to see if I can get them fermented properly.
Oh, here's some yeast.
All right,
boy.
let's say you've done that like at the start and see where things are after a couple of weeks.
Oh boy. Oh
I'm
boy.
gonna all right, so like for about 5 to 14 days is like normal.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
see.
fair.
So there's like somewhere in the cargo hold, there's like this big cask of fermenting apples.
It probably smells really bad.
Yeah, it kind of does. Kind of does, as it's not being properly aerated and stuff. Normally, you make wines and stuff. You have like these swan necks, so air and stuff can get out, but no contaminations can get in. You don't really have those supplies here, so it's probably going to be like alcoholic vinegar at one point.
Oh, that's gross.
Just put some sugar in it.
Apple
When-
cider
when-
vinegar, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, but this is still vinegar.
But yeah, it doesn't taste great last time you tried it. You have a cask of very gross fermented apple juice.
I mean, it's good for it's good for like sealing in stuff, making sure it's
Yeah, for
stays
pickling.
good. Yeah.
I just keep like thinking like what
You can
because
make
I can't really never cook, so I was just all like he's seen all these foods and I was just like what can I make with this? But he just keeps
you can make pickled onions.
Oh, do we have
a lot of onions, damn it!
do we have sugar?
Sure.
Uh,
I
may-
also
may-
bought cooking supplies for lots of days. I think we would have sugar.
Can I
It's
make a
probably
candy-
on the ship as
you
well.
you
right?
have
candied apple?
like very basic ingredients. So there is some salt, sugar, not really, or at least not as much.
Oh, I thought I was gonna make a candied apple.
Some honey. Probably have some honey, right?
There are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
honeycombs
Yeah.
that you can like melt down and use.
I'll make a candied apple.
Towards the end of the second week, at one point you see Hector like standing on the bow of the ship, and he goes like, "Oh, finally, I see land."
Ah.
Land ahoy!
Are we anywhere near, where we're supposed to go, Hector?
Let's ask Ma. Ma, how close are we? And Ma, he's like checking his maps, checking his charts, checking like stand of the sun, doing like some calculations. It's probably like half a day more southwards, but we've been on a steady course over the last couple of weeks. Things have been going pretty well. Weather has been nice for us, so a couple of more hours and we should reach Jericho.
Right. By the way, I also probably gave my automatron the command to if the general tries to escape, that he has to like sit on him, restrain him.
Just go sit on him, dude.
Yeah, like sitting on him would like crush his spine or something. But
Well-
that's okay.
That would be a
Happens.
problem because.
I don't know.
It just kind of happens sometimes.
Make him
you
sit
know?
on his legs then.
Yeah, right. No, sit on his legs.
What
That's
the
fair.
fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't need his legs.
There is no escape attempt from the general.
Just making sure.
But at one point you start seeing very far in the distance. You start noticing like small buildings popping up on the shoreline, and as you get closer and closer and closer, you see that they part of this town is like built onto the water on stilts.
Ooh.
There's like you see like a small dockside with like one or two ships. It's not as big or imposing as one of the few other cities you've been to. It's small and humble. Most of the things look like it's been made out of driftwood and such. And you get closer, and it's not small in a way that there's like only 5 or 6 huts. It is big enough to probably house up to like 500 villages. But you, Mar, and with the help of you guys, managed to maneuver the ship into the harbor area. Which feels a little bit weird as you're like still like 20 or 30 meters away from the shoreline, but because most of the buildings are like built on stilts into water, like above sea level, you have to like throw at the anchor, like tie down the ship, make sure that it like doesn't drift away on the tides. But eventually you'll manage, and you see like 4 or 5 people, no guards or anything, but they have like a similar kind of uniform. They are all wearing like a light gray vest, atop some armor. All of them are like wearing or drawing like ramshackled weapons. Like one has a dagger, one has a short sword, another one has a long sword.
Yeah, whatever they can find. So.
Whatever they could find and loot, basically. And they walk up to the side of the ship as like a gangplank is being let down. And Hector walks down like with his hands up, and he goes like, "It's okay. You're friendlies. We are fugitives in a way from Fort Imperius. I know Michael, if that helps." One of the guys like he looks up, nods one of the others, whispers something in his ear, and you go like, "All right, we know Michael, no problem. What's your name? We can check if you're really a friend or not a friend at all." My name is Hector. He shoots. Told me if you could like call him to the ship.
We got a present for him.
We brought gifts. Right? Stay put. No funny business. As two of the guys
We're never really funny, right? So
walk away, as the other two are like intently staring at Hector, who's like halfway down the gangplank, not really knowing
Hey,
what
guys,
to do.
guys at the other end of the gangplank. Hey, can I tell you a joke?
No? Well,
They look at each other confused. Like the younger guy says, like, "All right, tell me something funny."
How much does it cost for a pirate to get his ears pierced?
I don't know, 5 copper.
A buccaneer? Like a gold? Something like that. You're gonna invent the
Holy.
story, but
All right, okay.
You
That
get
was
immediately
hilarious, dude.
arrested.
That was very hilarious.
For about 20 minutes or so,
I started cracking all the lame jokes just to
the two
to have that funny business.
the two other guys come back with a third guy, Red Dragonborn, with like very fancy clothing. He has like this sort of turban-like thing, like wrapped atop of his head. He has like this very fancy blue shawl with gold embroidery on it. Very lightly dressed. You like notice that the wind here, it just picks up heat and wafts around you. And he goes like, "Hector, my friend, welcome, welcome. I heard you brought me gifts. How many did you free?" Well, ran
General,
into
over here, please.
you ran into a little snag, but we've got something in the brig you might enjoy as well. What do you mean a snag? Oh, you're not saying shit hit the fan, right? Oh well,
Some shit
Very,
did.
very much shit hit the fan.
A lot of shit hit the fan.
I wouldn't be here if things went all right. I could have stayed in Fort Imperius and sent you a message. Instead, I was kind of forced to flee with my new companions, as he kind of like points at you guys.
I'll just give him a nod.
But we've got
Yeah.
something else.
In the break.
As,
I'll start getting the general.
and you-
Shackles, hands and feet this time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go with him with my shackles.
You like bring him down the gangplank, and you see Michael. He's just standing there, blank expression across his face. Like, brought me a very, very fine gift, my friend. That is. Oh, Girth, my friend. The general, like, completely shackled now. Like, be it as much you guys were taking me here, I was never to be set free, was I?
Nope.
To be fair, when I told you, I thought we were gonna let you go, but I didn't get included into the plan.
I
Halfway,
mean, we never
halfway
really lied. We just kind of didn't tell the truth. Oh.
we let you go into his hands.
Yeah, we let you go to another pair of hands.
Yeah.
Right. You four just make general now, really. Oh, bring him home. Make him feel comfortable. Be with you guys in an hour or so. Welcome my new friends. Come, follow me, you need like a guard for your ship or something.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
were
we
kind
do
of
have-
undercrewed.
I'll send a few folks down. I'll make sure that everything is okay. You'll be joining for dinner, of course, and wine, drinks. I have drinks.
Is Mar gonna stay behind
Shit in the
with the
fan,
ship, or is he
guys.
gonna come with us?
Mar goes like, I'll stay with the ship for a little bit. I'll join you guys later. I'll just make sure that everything here is a-okay.
Alright.
For next journeys and stuff. I wasn't planning on staying too long. I've got business to attend to.
We understand.
As Michael leads you down the dockside, more towards the mainland. He's not like leading you to one of the buildings on stilts, but like to the other edge of town, to a house that, in the state that you see the rest of the buildings, like most of them are made out of etched wood, driftwood. They are very crudely made, not too big, but big enough for folk to like live in, or at least temporarily as they like go between places. But the house that he leads you is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit on the bigger side. There's like a stable built next to it where 3 or 4 camels are like tied to ropes. So Hakan, if you couldn't turn into a camel yet, you've seen a camel now.
Cool.
Sick.
But it's a little bit. It's not a mansion or anything, but it's bigger compared to some of the other places.
Yeah.
As he opens the front door, there's no gate or garden, and you've been walking through rough sand and like cobblestone paths a little bit. All right, here to the right. To the right, there's a you see a very fancy like wood carved with clawed feet table. You see like glass chalices as Michael like claps his hand to one of the guys that's walking around there. You there, if you could fetch my friends some of the finer stuff we have in our assortment. If we don't have anything, pick from something from the caravan. It's fine. Won't miss anything in the shipment, to be sure. Guys, have a seat. Have a seat. Make
I'm
yourself
definitely
at
taking a
home.
seat.
I
And like, as you like, also pick one up. Pick one of the chalices up. They are like very finely blown glass. They're like there should be gems in them.
mm,
However, they've been picked out, so it's just glass chalices. Like everything looks very fancy, but at the meantime, it looks like second or third hand, maybe. Like it was looted or stolen somewhere. Like the valuables were picked off of it. Then was a very fine set of china, basically.
hmm.
But at one point, like two or three guys come like walking in with a cask, and they start pouring wine in the chalices. Like dried fruits, like dates and stuff, are brought to the table, set on the table for you guys to snack on. Um,
How does the room look around us? I changed. I look a bit different now, by the way. I'm spring.
looks very open. Like there are windows, but there's no glass in them or anything. So warm air flows through the room a little bit.
I'm gonna.
But it doesn't look really decorated or anything. There are like a few vases. But it's not like a fancy mansion. You would think like there are art pieces or whatever. No, it just looks decent,
Yeah,
basically.
Since this morning, I've been a bit, yeah, more optimistic, like my character. So I changed into spring season. So I'm just gonna grab a glass, grab a snack, and just walk around the room, look outside the windows, look inside other rooms, and
Right? You
very
see like
curiously.
a few birds like flying over northward. You have a little bit of a view at the ocean as this mansion is like built on one of the sides. Like one of the windows has a view of the ocean, and it feels very comfortable. It feels very homely. As Michael like sits on like this driftwood throne chair, he goes like, "All right, you've made yourselves at home."
Yeah. Well,
Very
thanks
cozy home.
for the
Thank
welcoming.
you very much. I've built little bit of the stuff myself. Paid a bit more to others to do it for me.
Impressive.
For this place, look pretty wealthy, I must say.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't become a caravan leader from one day on to the next, of course.
Understandable.
I understand.
What was your, if you don't mind me asking this very rude question, what is your relationship with the general?
As you ask him that, he gets like a little bit of a solemn look in his face, and he goes like, "Let's say, let's just say he did something to my family,
Yeah, we can.
and
Yeah, he's kind of a
I
dick.
kind of fucking hate his guts for it."
Oh, you're not the only one.
He was
Kind of
not
a
very
dick.
pleasant to be around on a small ship.
Even though he
Would have
helped us
figured as
with
much.
getting here.
Yeah, but that was only because we told him we were gonna let him go.
Well, yeah, but he
Yeah.
doesn't deserve to be let go, so.
I mean, I'm glad you didn't.
That just makes him very naive, but okay.
We let him go in your hands.
Yeah.
So technically, we spoke the truth.
Mhm.
He's not with us anymore. You can do with him what you want.
He's been brought to very, very capable hands, let me tell you. Say whatever he did to me, he's gonna get back tenfold.
Good.
Well, that doesn't sound very nice.
No, but he deserves it though.
Yeah,
So.
but what he did
Oh.
wasn't very nice either.
I'm not a nice person, let me tell you. Well, I am nice if people bring me gifts.
To those who
So-
deserve it.
Not sure if you were aware of this. Hector might have told you, as Hector kind of nods, picks up a date, puts it in his mouth.
Well,
He told us that there was a bounty on the head of this man.
Yes, I have a very generous reward for the one that could bring me this piece of scum of the earth. So, he like puts up his finger and he goes like, "Second, please." As he walks out of the room, and Hector goes like, "Hey, we've brought him a very good mood."
that's good, right?
Is he?
Yeah, that is
old?
very good. He is very jovial. I have not seen him like this in a couple of years.
Hmm.
Oh, nice.
To be honest,
Well-
I almost feel sorry for the general. Almost.
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 Just a little bit.
It's like 2 minutes later or something. Michael comes back walking in, bringing in his hand a clinking sack of coin as he like throws it on the table. There's the
1,
bounty.
6.
You're not. Are you really gonna count the money in front of him?
I'll
And
do
you can
it.
recount it if you want. I can also tell you how much it is.
How much is it?
1,000 gold pieces for this scum's head.
Whew.
Ooh.
1,000.
Not sure if it really matters, but at least
You,
part
you
of this-
know we've had to capture a general for this, right?
not
Are you
sure.
insinuating that you're asking for more?
Not really at the moment.
No,
I'd like to insinuate he is.
no.
No. We'll just take it.
I'm not.
It's a bunch of
That's a
money.
bold move.
Yeah, not sure if it really matters, but at least part of this prize is going to, well, some more anti-slaver actions.
Yeah.
So
I
can
would,
imagine
I
that
would.
might help.
I mean, if you can invest it, you can invest it anywhere you like. You've brought me this asshole's head. I am very grateful for that. If you can invest it in ways to end slave trade, that would be. I would love that.
That was our first plan. We wanted to try and help Hector, but things went a bit
Yeah,
south.
so tell me what actually happened, because I
Well,
was expecting
to be fair,
more.
we had a pretty decent plan, but one of someone, I'm not gonna name names here, tried to make a bomb a distraction, but exploded in the middle of town accidentally while creating it,
Yeah,
and shit went downhill from there.
literally,
Yeah.
Yeah,
quite literally.
yeah,
Like loads and loads of bad poop.
yeah, and then like a couple other people ran into the general and they recognized us, and then we had to like get away quickly.
And we knocked him
They-
unconscious.
They almost seized our ship, but we fought back and got the general and got the hell out of there.
Yeah,
So you've got quite a journey behind you.
Oh yes.
And I'm sad to see that part of your plan, or it's like most of it actually, blew up
Yeah,
in
because-
smoke.
Yeah, we heard that
Can
yeah.
make puns as well.
it's already happened now, but the auction was gonna be delayed a week. But yeah, that's like 2 weeks ago now. So, but they had a special slave that they were gonna sell at the auction that was like hidden from everyone. Not even the buyers knew what was in it, and that probably got like, under the table sold to the son.
Of the
Of-
diamond mine
Yeah.
owner.
Right, that
And
is
we have
curious.
no idea what it was. We were
I mean,
trying
I can't
to
tell
find
you
out,
either.
but
You asked the general.
Not
he knew.
yet.
not yet.
We could have.
Maybe your man could get his answer out of him. We couldn't, at least.
Or
I mean, we never
or,
asked.
You know what's better than that? We can do dessert and we can ask him ourselves.
that sounds like a good plan.
Ooh.
I'm starting to like you more and more.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm a very likable person. I am aware of that.
Yeah.
I also have a huge ego, if you hadn't noticed.
I was just about to ask, can I do like a general insight on this guy, on what kind of vibe I'm getting, or if he's telling like the full
Yeah, sure.
truth,
I-
or
I can probably guess the vibe I'm getting, but
uh,
He gives me big cup
For me, he's giving
insight.
pretty good vibes. Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Yeah,
he-
I got a
he's the big
14.
he's the big boss
All
in
right.
town.
With a 14, like he comes on as like feels a little bit as he after you asked about what the general did to him, he feels a little bit held back in some of his information, but everything else, he's an open book, and he knows he has money, he knows he has power, and
He
he
doesn't
is
need to hide
not
it.
ashamed to show it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
But I mean, we've had our bellies filled, we've had our chalices filled, we've emptied our chalices. At least I did a couple of times already.
Same.
Yeah.
That's
How,
good stuff, man. Where did you get it from?
I don't know how. What is the passive perception of our party like? Our, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but compared to all the other times we've drank alcohol before, I'm drinking a lot more now.
Ah, I probably know this.
And
Yeah.
not in like a somber way, like I want to get drunk, but more in like a I'm just drinking because I want to have fun.
Fair.
Mhm.
Alright.
Also, I say, fun fact, I'm really good at heating metal. Just a thing to keep in mind.
no, I'm good at heating things as well.
Nice.
You kind of see like a little bit of smoke coming out of
don't-
his nostrils.
I like this guy.
I'm gonna say to him like I don't know what plans you have for our general, but you might want to listen to the plan our Minotaur friend had for him. We talked him out of it, but yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
before we bring him out, do you know how much it hurts if you like rub an open wound through sand?
Ooh, yeah,
I do
kinda.
not know yet, but I imagine it stings like, well, the high heavens.
I've had it
Yeah,
rubbed.
it does. It does.
I've had it rubbed
Stings like
through.
the son of a nice lady.
Right.
I also have 4 camels. Have you ever
Oh,
seen like a
no.
quartering of someone?
Yes, I have.
Ooh,
But
and
that,
you know how messy that
over so,
gets.
that's over so quickly.
Oh
Oh, no, I'm
no,
not
the
saying.
thing's
I'm
gonna...
not saying we're gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna say like it's an option.
First, have a friendly chat with the.
Exactly.
let's-
So let's bring him out as he like calls out to
Oh,
someone
wanna do it
outside.
here.
The general is comfortable. He can come in. As
boy.
like the side door opens and you see the general, like part of his face is just a bloody mess. He's been completely stripped of any clothing. He's just butt naked, hog-tied. You see like there are like lash strikes on his shoulder and back as he's like dumped on the table by 3 guys. Act on the mouth. It's Michael. He stands up and he like bows a little bit forward, hands on the table, making eye contact with the general.
I'm like, oh, careful for the wine. Take the wine off the table.
He reaches forward, plucks the gag out of the general's mouth, and the general just spits at him. You see like smoke coming out of Michael's nostrils, and he like kind of catches himself and goes like, not yet, not yet. You've not had enough yet. Oh, General. We had to call you that, you know? Last time you went through here, you were just a simple foot soldier. Gerv goes like, fuck you. Just through a busted lip, like, you can already see there are like 2 more teeth missing in his mouth.
You know what? I like your new thing going on.
Fuck you too. General, friends, I have a question for you that you might be able to answer. If you are honest, I might not drag you through sands at the back of my camel. If you're being dishonest, I probably will. You know how much sand burns in an open wound, right?
So I'm gonna grab a chair, turn it around, and sit on it like this. So
You see Hector is like visibly very uncomfortable. He's like backing away from the table a little bit. See like a little bit of nervous sweat on his head. He is very not okay with what is happening here right now.
Oh, General.
Hector, you can go if you want. Sorry.
The
Yeah.
No,
thing that
I'm good. I'm good. I can stay.
the thing that was sold to the son of the boss of the diamond mines. What was it?
What's it to you?
Interest.
Interest. Just wanting to know. It was a secret to us, so.
Well, if it's a secret to you then, why
Well, it
should I tell it to you now? I see,
it
like,
got
halfway
underhandedly
through his
sold.
sentence, like, Michael grabs his head, like, bangs it on the table once.
It was
Nice.
underhandedly sold.
Yeah,
That's
we
like-
want to know what it is and why it was sold to that guy.
Why was it so special?
Blood just started gushing from his nose after being smacked into the table. Oh no, those were good dates. God damn it. Fucking hell. Why are you bleeding on my food? The general, like, still hands and feet tied behind his back. It's like,
Hakan just kind of looks appalled because he's like he thinks it's just unnecessarily cruel.
So,
Yeah.
General, once again, what was it?
Yeah, tell us and we don't have to go through all of this again.
alright, I'll tell you. And he looks Akira, like, straight in the eyes. Told your fucking mum. Michael grabs his head again, just smacks it into the table again.
I
Okay,
thought that
enough.
joke was rather clever, honestly.
Okay, enough.
It was rather good.
He takes
Don't-
1d6 brick damage.
Can I
And,
just try to intimidate this guy?
as that happens, I'm gonna. You see my features change again as I go into shifting, more bestial. Captain, General, once more, what was it?
Oh no, now that I'm looking at you, pretty sure it was your dad.
Okay. I move over to the face of the captain and I like hunch by the table and I get on eye level with him. And I boop him on the nose and I say like, remember when you swelled up?
Kind of see like his pupils widening. Oh no, not that again. And as you're like, he's like
Yeah.
laying there naked on the table.
Yeah.
You can see the saggy skin.
Yeah,
You can see the saggy skin.
I ask him very sweetly and very kindly. I say, well then tell me.
Tell me.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. Intimidation. I think that's crap. That's not as good as I would hope. 13.
All right. I was like, alright, I'll fucking tell you, but don't do that shit. No. Mm-mm. We're selling a special specimen.
Which
What?
was?
Like this fuck here, but different.
How?
Who? Wait, who is he
The
pointing to?
Dragonborn, I think.
He's like, nodding towards the red dragonborn, towards
Oh,
Mike.
right.
Like a real one.
No.
A baby
different-
one.
A
A
different,
different
kind.
color.
A different kind.
A different
Yeah.
color.
These fucks we call chromatics. we've got the fox that are we call metallics, like the bronze and the silver and the gold fox.
Yeah.
This one was more crystalline. His scales were crystallized in a way. Very buff, burly dude, great worker.
Hmm.
And more like a
I look at
one
Michael.
would
What
say
what
a
is his?
gem or something.
I look at what is Michael's reaction to this?
Michael just looks a little bit confused, like, you're telling me gems exist? See, like
Gems?
like he loses a little bit of his frustration actually, and curiosity peaks, and he goes like, "I've seen one of those. Only heard stories from the backwoods all the way to the east. Thought the stories were fake. Ah, as if this fuck is telling the truth."
Or we can check, and I like put my finger on his nose again.
He kind of like in his thighs he recoils and he goes like, no, 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 I'm swearing to you, this fuck had crystal scales. I'm swearing on my fucking life here. Oh,
Okay.
your life isn't worth much, buddy. It isn't worth much.
Did he say I'm swelling on my life?
Yes,
No,
you
I did not. I did not say that. No, no, no.
I
He kind of like he starts hyperventilating a little bit.
I do believe him. Then I walk
Yeah.
back and sit down.
Let's
Yeah, I
not
turn my
murder.
chair around again, and we've
Let-
played
let-
enough good cop, bad cop here, so.
Let's stop this cruel display.
Oh, but my
No.
mortal friend, I am not done with him yet. As like his jovial nature comes up a little bit again.
Yeah, but why
What
spoil the
will we-
dinner now?
Oh no, no, I still have days, maybe weeks.
Yeah,
I hear the human body can go pretty long without food or water.
especially now that he's got skin to grow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, that went dark.
Yeah.
That went
Damn.
darker than I wished.
You guys are cruel as hell.
yeah.
Hey, at least I didn't do anything. I just threatened him.
Fair. Well,
But how about that camel and the sand? Will
Ooh,
be his last punishment, or?
oh, well, for today.
Ah, not-
Jesus. All right.
no.
You two, as he points to the two guys that were just solemnly standing in on each side of the door, just a little bit of a smile on their faces.
What are they? Human?
They're both human, yeah. Like darker skin tone, but they're both human. Michael goes like, Prepare Zadie. She's the fastest. That's more fun.
Oh,
Zadie.
My God.
What
The
kind
two
of
guys like guys they pick up Gurf back up from the table. There's a little bit like where his face was. There's a little pooling of blood as they take him back outside. Hey, we've got a few minutes to kill before they've got him strapped up and all. you
what was the Dragonborn's name again? Sorry, I forgot.
And Michael.
Michael.
What,
Yeah.
what kind of
That's a
people do
weird
we
name
see in
for a
town?
dragonborn.
Actually,
Question: if we're looking for housing here, where can we stay?
Oh, I've got like an extra room or two you can stay in as my guest. That's not a problem at all. I mean,
I mean, we
you
don't
brought
want
me
to.
the best gift
We
ever.
don't want to
so-
insist. So
Oh no,
You
but
insist?
I insist. I insist. You can stay here as long as you like.
okay.
I mean, sure.
What kind of people do we actually see in town? Like most human or?
As you were
Are there-
walking through town, there are lizard folk, a few dragonborn, barely any humans actually. Like you've seen like the small crew that like welcomed you at the docks, and like the two guys that were in the door. They're one of the only humans you've seen so far, but most of the other folk that are wandering around here are very bestial races. You've seen like a few cat folk, you've seen a few hound folk, few dragonborn lizard folk, a couple of dwarves, couple of elves. A very, very mixed bunch of races is living here.
So we'll fit
Okay.
right in.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I see
kind
he
of
also,
colorful, but
I see he also left a little dent in the table, so I used a little mending on the table.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That is very nice of you, my Minotaur friend.
Who knows if I have any?
Now that I really think about it, I haven't asked your names yet. I've been so enthusiastically. I haven't even.
I almost forgot. We know your name. You're Michael, right?
Yeah, my name is Michael. You can also, well, let's keep it at Michael for now. I've met Hector, a good friend. He's an even better friend now, as like Hector is like sitting there, pale-faced. What is your names?
I'm the one they call Tusk.
You can see why.
I'm Zilmoira, but you can call me Zil.
All right.
Yeah, if you want my real name, these friends of mine call me Akira.
Right. Minotaur friend, what's your name?
I'm Gork an elven friend. People call me Gork.
That shiny thing yours? Kinda looks like you a little bit.
Not really. He looks way better. He's the great hero. The great general. But that's maybe
Not
it's
a
just
general. You guys know one general.
No.
He's currently being tied to a camel, so
He has nothing to do with this
Yeah.
film.
And to be fair, the one general we do know is not really a general of anything anymore.
it's very true. You, colorful one. What is your name?
you can call me Quake.
Alright, like earthquake kind of quake?
Eh, that's how you spell it, yes. But just
Alright. And our shelled pal.
Hakan.
Alright. You look old.
I am old.
Alright. Good for you.
I mean, I guess. You know, if you're old, you die. It's kind of a problem.
It depends. Everyone dies eventually, right?
Fair.
Some more slowly and painful. Kind of glees up again a
Oh.
little bit.
You really dislike this general, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. I very.
I mean, what did he really do to you? I kind of wonder.
His family. I believe he told us.
There's a reason I live alone. Keep it at that.
Fair. Let's head outside for the show.
Exactly. They've probably tied him up already as he like jumps up like
I
his
stay inside.
his
I think
scarf
this is
is
way
like
cruel.
whipping around as he walks outside. So anyone who wants to watch, come join me. Come join me.
How-
I
how-
guess you
how
can't say
are
no
his-
to the one that's.
How are his guards reacting to this? Like just another Tuesday, or
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
That's not a good.
okay?
I
I mean,
wanna.
this is kind of like this whole town. Most of the folk here are. You've seen them walking around a little bit. They are in raggedy clothing. Most of them look like they've seen a little bit of battle or something else. Like you've seen folk who have like big ass scars on their chests and stuff. Like most folk here also walk around in bare minimum clothing because it's fucking hot.
Wouldn't it be cooler to have some, like the texture wear clothes?
They have
A lot
very
of
aerated
ones.
clothing, but not like very thin clothing and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
less of clothing.
Yeah.
But as those who wish walk outside with Michael, you see one of the camels, Zadie, as you've learned her name, with the general like tied to a rope. She has like a harness strapped to her back, and the general is tied to that in the sand as he's kind of struggling. As Michael walks up to the camel, like pats it a few times and whispers something in her ear. He walks to the back of her and he like smacks her rump, and the camel just starts running.
I
And
wanna.
the
The general goes it. I wanna walk in the back a little bit and kind of pull Hector aside while the rest is going outside. And I kind of want to ask him like, what the fuck happened to this dude that he is so sadistically gleeful to hurt this man? I mean, he said something about his family, but
So you're a little bit in the back. Like if you're looking at Michael, you just notice he's just very gleefully, like almost like a small child, clapping in his hands as the camel, just in a straight line, just starts running. You hear like the general is screaming in excruciating pain.
yeah.
Hector kind of averts his eyes from it, and he goes like,
Yeah, I'm kind of looking away.
Yeah,
too.
I'm there to like be in the moment and make Michael think that okay, they're in with it, but I'm not really.
"Well, a couple of years back, when the general was not yet a general but a foot soldier, um, he invaded Michael's and where he was hiding out. Where a lot were hiding out, actually. Army folk found it, and Earth specifically, tied up Michael, like overpowered him, and let him watch him cut up his wife and daughter. After that, he just set him free. So I understand how fucked up he is. I don't really condone it.
I mean, this is a bit of overkill.
A bit.
But it also shows the sadistic side of.
I should say I know where
Michael-
where his anger comes from, but I
Michael
don't condone
snapped
this.
that day. He just snapped that day, and since then, I don't really recognize him anymore. Maybe this is like therapy for him, and after this, he can go back to who he was.
No, I don't think so.
I've never seen him like this. Like
People
Very
always think that revenge will alleviate their pain or set them free.
Well, it will for a little while.
Yeah, but after it doesn't get rid of your problems and your hurt. It doesn't bring back the people who were hurt in the process. Plus, it continues the cycle. Because I doubt that the general is alone. He probably has a family
Yeah, but we didn't
would-
kill his
or
family.
a partner. No, but the family of the general will see this and think of it the same way as Michael did.
I wonder if they're ever gonna find him.
It's the same with what we did on the beach. what we did in the city, hurting everyone.
But those were slave traders, though.
Fair, but we had no intent to kill. And then we went on the beach, and
We didn't kill anyone, did we?
yes,
We just
did.
knocked them out.
There were some that had arrows through their throats and were gurgling of blood. They did not survive.
They just got revivified. It's fine.
Not before the next guard shift.
So
Yeah. Like
I mean-
somewhere partway through your conversation, like the camel has turned around and has been running back. Michael kind of catches it at its reins. Like, good girl, good girl, good girl. Right? So, as he turns around to you guys, did you enjoy dessert?
9 out of 10.
Very much did.
I mean, she's a glorious animal.
A bit too sweet for my taste.
That too.
Yeah, what's the plan? What are you going to do with him now?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm gonna check if he's still breathing.
I make a medicine check. Did stop screaming at one point.
Well, yeah, you get all.
20.
20, all right. He is still breathing. He is unconscious in pain.
He's just unconscious from the shock. And
Wow,
Basically.
that's a lot of pain. Then you don't usually go into unconsciousness if you're like in pain.
Has also been beat up and whipped before.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it makes sense, but that's a lot of damage you do to the human body before he goes into shock like that. That's
I
not
mean,
good.
figure it out though. His back is open from all the lashes with bleeding wounds, and then get dragged to the sand at high speed. Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
Pretty crazy,
Yeah.
man.
let's
If
not.
if you think about it, oh,
Michael helps
Follow him
him
too much.
untying, and he says to the two guys, "Right, I'm done with him for today. I am up at high tide. I'll see to him in the morning again. See what my imagination comes up with. As long as he doesn't sleep."
Tie him up at high tide?
Oh yeah, when like high tide comes in and the salt water gets in his wounds.
tie him
Jesus.
to a pole in the water and just wait.
Yeah.
All right,
Michael, I think you're going a bit too far, but that's just me.
There is no too far with this man. See,
Um,
like he like
I
his
mean,
demeanor
give him a good beating or
suddenly
kill him, but just keep
drops and
continuing.
smoke starts coming out of his nostrils again as he like points at you. There's no
Hey.
too far with this man.
I mean, just
I know
give
the
him a
feeling
good,
you're going through. I've lost many.
just give him a good beating or kill him, but just keep doing this day in day out. That's wow, man.
Even to you, it would not be funny anymore at some point.
One
At
day
that
his family
point-
will come for you, and you know this.
Well, let them fucking come.
not just you though. All the people here.
Let them try.
All
Um,
right.
I think I'm gonna head out for the night. I've seen enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed as well.
Yeah.
I guess we have to share share rooms again because there's not enough spots.
That's okay.
Well, see you guys in the morning then. Maybe we can discuss more business or
Sure.
Oh, I'm definitely up for discussing business.
for now, grab another glass of wine. I'm gonna see this fuck laid up. As he like follows the two guards that have been dragging Gurf's body to the shoreline, away from sight.
I try to huddle with the rest of the party. Like, okay, guys,
This guy's horrible.
I'm not sure this is the right.
I think these guys are
decision
worse
making.
than the slavers. Can you say this?
I was thinking the same thing.
But I think he deserves it.
He deserves it, but he doesn't. Well,
But this Michael guy is insane.
Yeah,
He's crazy.
but like I said, I've lost family members myself in war, and it does something with you.
True, but
true.
this isn't. Is this justice?
Yeah,
No.
there's a fine line between justice
This-
and vengeance,
This is more of a vengeance, I think.
Yeah, and
and it's
I can
cruel.
agree with that.
It's
mean-
going way too far, man. Just beat him up or kill him, but this stuff.
I mean, getting information goes that far, but
Do you
doing.
do you
Hey,
honestly
when-
He
think?
has
when-
plans for months and months to have him as a plaything for his own enjoyment.
I'll be very honest. I don't think the general will last that long.
No, I
No,
know.
I don't
Yeah.
I
think.
mean,
either.
if I knew Michael was gonna do this, I would have never suggested to come to Jericho.
No, but
I
it
kind of
plays
feel
very well.
sorry. I
Maybe,
mean, yeah, it's
I-
paid coin, but
Hmm.
I mean, I've seen what slavers do to slaves, and it's not this.
yeah, I guess.
I mean, they set them to work, but
Depends on the slaver, but I get what you mean.
not like this.
I mean, lashes are they're fucked up, but getting lashed, dragged through sand, and dipped in salt water that's
That's a little bit too much. I agree.
That's
Yeah,
torture.
yeah.
Torture, yeah.
I think I'm gonna sleep on the ship tonight.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
I can't be
Yeah.
around this place for much longer.
I think some of us should.
Do you
Keep
have any
going.
ideas where we else can go? I mean,
Might be
depending
there's
on
there is a tavern.
no, but I
Not
mean,
sure if they have resting
another-
spots.
I mean another city.
You can grab the ship, sail north or south to one of the port cities.
I think
Yeah,
Bente
maybe-
is north, Port Kelly is south.
Honestly, and I look around the group. Do you guys seriously want to work for him or
no.
do work for him, even if it's independent?
No, but I think we should.
If I were to work for
stay
him, I'd
here.
be complicit to this. So no, I don't.
All right.
And
Guys.
it's yeah, okay. Sorry.
I think we should at least stay here for tonight, so we don't raise a suspicion, and then head on tomorrow.
I mean,
Yeah.
why is it suspicious if we? Yeah, I mean, you
It's
guys
I mean,
suspicious
you-
tomorrow as
business.
well. If the general tomorrow, for instance, if we decide to free him and take him with us.
No, I don't want to.
Mhm.
I don't want to risk getting on this guy's bad side.
No, I don't want to risk my life for
And
that.
leave
guy.
the general in
I
this
think we-
mess.
Yes, I think we just made a
Leave
big
him to
mistake.
his
I think
vices.
they're both evil people.
I mean,
True,
or we
but-
finish.
To
Or
be
we
honest,
let
I
them
don't
eat each other.
think the general is as evil as. I mean,
Or-
he's an asshole.
I look around to make sure nobody hears what I'm gonna say. We could technically finish off the general to end the suffering, for example.
Mercy killing, but you know, I think Michael would just try to murder us. But then again,
Yeah,
I
but
don't think
then-
I'm so against
if
this
we made
anymore.
it look like his body just took too much.
I
Just give him-
can,
just give him a bit of poison.
Do we have
Don't stab
poison?
him or something.
I can,
don't
I
know.
can, I can turn into a squirrel and give it to him.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I wanted him to suffer the consequences, but not this.
Not like this.
Dude, we can maybe do a sneaky mercy killing, but if we actually want to free him or something, I don't think that's going to be wise. for us.
We should not free this man.
I don't want to kill anymore. I feel bad
I
enough
know,
for
but
what happened
you
on
wanna-
the beach.
Do you want to leave him here, getting
No.
tortured every day?
I don't want to leave him. I want to take him and then leave him
Listen,
to his
there's
leave him to his vices somewhere else and do what you initially told him that we would do, and set him free.
Listen,
think
there's
that's an option.
there's a few things we can do right now. First,
I honestly
If we
don't wanna-
We can stay the night.
I don't want to
and
get on
have
Michael's bad
our
side.
discussion with Michael tomorrow for work.
if we leave him, if we
Then
take
leave
him,
the next
then we're gonna
night.
be hunted for the longest time. We
Yeah.
can, if an animal is about to die, then you put it out of its misery. It's the
How would-
only humane thing you can do.
How would you like we give a kid a piece of candy and then we take the candy away before he can eat it?
Or,
How would
I
you
mean,
feel?
we're already hunted. What will one more hunter be?
You can't be hunted by everyone.
No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna be wanted everywhere I go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, same.
But why are you against the mercy killing, Tomora?
Because then
I
we're
have an
just as
idea.
bad as the others.
I have
Not
an
really.
idea. Can untie him. Tie him back up closer to the sea line. He'll just drown in the night at high tide.
That's
That
just
doesn't
mercy
sound
killing
much
of
better,
people.
really.
It would. It. I mean, there would be no
So
trace of us messing. His guards could have just messed up
yeah, but
with.
that's still that's also a cruel death, man. Slowly drowning.
And
What
also
else
there's
can we do?
also then the guards are gonna take the fall, which is not really fair either.
It's true. They didn't really do anything wrong. And
I mean, except
having Michael's wrath upon them sounds bad as well.
yeah.
We don't have any poison.
I mean,
We can.
We go back to the ship
oh,
and sleep at night
No,
on
no,
it.
I have an idea. I have an idea. That we have people that can heal here, right?
So again.
We can, set him, heal him up a bit, set him loose, and still show up tomorrow like nothing happened. Like we were no part of this. Like he just managed to escape in the night. That they didn't tie him up correctly.
hmm.
Give him
We
some
could.
old
No
clothes
one-
and send him
How
on his
much?
way.
How much
Do you
time do
all-
we have
Do you,
before?
do
How
you
much?
honestly believe that Michael wouldn't think that he's too weak to do anything right now? With all his wounds and
Yeah.
burning
Yeah,
sand in it,
that's-
and then in the salt water,
That's
and
fair.
All right. How much time do we have before we have to execute this plan?
Yeah, what time is it?
After dinner and the spectacle and stuff, it's now around 8, so it's gonna be dusk in about an hour.
do we know
or two.
where he kept him locked up?
No,
Is it
wait.
in his house?
It's about dusk now, as it's like it's the second month of spring currently.
Do we know where he kept the general locked up, or just do we know that it's at his house somewhere?
Well, he's gonna be tied up in the ocean now, so.
Yeah, we saw the guard
Yeah,
walk in the
okay.
general direction, right?
Yeah.
It's probably one of the posts below the city, because the city's made of posts on the water.
Yeah. I mean, I still think we should just.
I mean,
Fifteen.
technically, you could just turn into a fish and swim up to the rope and bite it.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
Then even while they're standing there. But then,
mean-
yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem though. I don't really think he deserves freedom for what he did. He's gonna find his way back, and he's gonna just continue being a slave trading a-hole.
No, we should just
Maybe he'll repent. You never know.
no.
Did you repent after something like this?
I wouldn't.
He
I
came.
mean,
Well,
it's cruel to make him suffer, but I don't think we should let him just walk free.
Then what do you want to do?
Yeah, mercy kill him. That seems the best
Yeah,
option.
but how? Because if you just slit his throat, then he will notice.
well, he has wounds. Don't we have like a big fish that can eat him?
We have, looking at Hakan.
Yep.
Very.
I'm
big
not
fish.
gonna eat him. This is
Well,
against.
you can just bite him and then he'll die.
Just bite him. Yeah, you don't have to swallow.
Yeah, but doesn't that seem suspicious? That one fish bite mark killed him?
Not
And he's
really.
he's
mean-
already almost dead.
If it's a big enough fish, it's blood and water.
I can
Yeah.
tidal wave.
If it looks like a,
It's not
you know
too
what kind of
far
fish.
fetched.
I can tidal wave him,
It's also possible.
and he'll die from the blunt force of the water.
that works. But wouldn't we knock down like half the town?
That sounds dangerous, yeah. I think the fish idea,
Yeah, or bite the rope.
if you're
that
willing
goes-
to do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a biggest fan of the plan, but if that's what you guys want to do, then
Yeah,
Put
but
him
then
out of his
what
misery.
do you want to do, Zil?
I already said, but it's not an option.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you
Yeah,
do
just
understand
the
that
options are very limited at the moment.
he might just get away with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really like. Honestly, I liked making him clean our ship, but I didn't really like watching him get this mold. Yeah, but
Especially
We-
not when you know that it's gonna go on for a long
Yeah.
time, just because of someone. And I know that Michael is hurt, but this won't help Michael in the long run.
Just
No.
unslip the ropes a little bit, let them drown, then.
That's also
Alright,
a possibility.
I have an idea.
It seems
I'll,
like
I'll do it. I'll
that-
put him out of his misery.
Right.
What did you say, Hakan?
I'll put him out of his misery. I know what to do.
Alright.
Alright.
Well-
So,
Okay,
Gonna
Nick,
do
how
that
does conjure animals work in your?
let me read up on the spell.
Is it random, or can I just like summon a vague like idea of what I want? Because I want to feed them to the fishes.
You just want
Let
to summon piranhas?
I think you can do like.
Is it conjure animals or conjure woodland beings?
Conjure animals.
Then it's like you
Interesting.
can do up to
Almost.
8.
I
right?
can summon a giant vulture thing. That's really cruel, actually.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I can summon a polar bear, or a
No.
plesiosaurus.
I do shark, and this is like personal growth for me saying it, but
I can eat my snake.
Yeah, but that's
I
still
mean,
cool.
basically, the spell you get to choose the creature as long as it's as long as you contain it to the challenge rating you're allowed to.
Alright. Yeah, I can choose the challenge rating, yes, but I can't really choose the animal, right? The exact
Yeah.
animal.
yeah, you
Oh,
can.
you can choose the animal as long as
Alright.
you keep the challenge rating in mind.
Alright.
So you can feed him to general fish.
Yeah, I can.
Want
That'll
to.
make the most sense to me, at least.
Being eaten
Right.
by fish.
All right, let's make our way back to the ship. And are we still gonna talk to him tomorrow? Are you gonna do this tonight?
I'll do it tonight.
Are we leaving?
No, I think we should talk to him in the morning, just to make ourselves less suspicious.
What's the challenge rating that you need to adhere to?
I can do a couple things. I can.
It's one creature of challenge rating 2 or lower, 2 of 1, 4 of a half, or 8 of a quarter.
You can do 4 reef sharks.
That should probably do the trick.
Yeah.
And these probably also come natural right to the
Yeah.
region.
Or 1 hunter shark.
I'll kill him first, and then I'll feed his body to the.
Yeah, yeah.
No way to know.
Yeah,
so
that's better.
it looks like he got eaten by the fish.
Are there crocodiles around there? Because that's maybe that's cooler.
No.
Giant seahorse. What do they eat? That's pretty cool.
Right, so you guys make your way back to the ship, and at
Oh, they
nightfall,
don't eat any. It's lame.
Hakan, you make your way.
I want
little
to
bit through
cast
high
Pass
tide.
Without Trace.
Right, make a stealth check for me.
With Pass Without Trace.
I mean, I would think that you're going stealthily towards this. So
Yes, that is a I have -1 on stealth, so that is 22.
right, that's pretty good.
Because it's a +10 bonus, yeah.
takes you a little moment to find the general, but eventually you do find him. He is barely conscious, very raspy breath as the tide is currently lapping around his knees.
Is there anyone around?
I make a perception check.
At least I'm not blind. That is a 14 plus, so 21.
Ooh.
As you look around, like you're huddling a little bit in the tide behind the stilts, you do see standing away from the general, you see a single guy about 20 feet away, like leaning against one of the stilts, laying with like a little bit, like a few small rocks. He's just like chucking them towards the general. But he doesn't seem to notice you. Doesn't really seem to care. He's just there to.
My concentration will end if I wait a second. How does concentration end? My wild shape interact.
If you cast a new constant.
Yes, and
If you wild shape while concentrating on something, you maintain concentration.
Yes, I know this, but then
do we see this?
No, probably.
No, your ship is further away from where this is happening.
my familiar is still a hawk, right? I'm gonna distract the guard with the familiar.
Right, so your familiar starts flying around, and the guard looks up at it. He
Ooh, food.
Can you make a? What are we gonna do for this? I was just gonna roll for the guard, see if he gets distracted by it, and he does.
All right.
So the hawk like starts circling him, and he looks up at it, and he goes like, "Chew." As he starts like uncomfortably backing away a little bit as the hawk keeps circling him. He starts looking around for like a bow and arrow or something, and he doesn't have anything. Shit, that fucking. As he starts, he walks 10 feet further away. Hawks keep circling him, and he kind of starts panicking, like, "What does this creature want from me?" And he just starts running with the hawk just dive bombing after him.
All
So
right.
you are alone.
I can. This is a non-channeling spell. Can I choke him with plants, with plant growth? Because I won't break concentration. With the vines or something.
I think you can.
Yes, but
Channels vitality into plants with a. Yeah, there have to be plants around first.
The spell. I mean,
That's really lame.
there are seaweeds and stuff.
Oh, I want to strangle him
dangling
with the weeds.
around. Right. So you cast plant growth. And like the seaweeds quickly starts like circling around his body, around his neck. As he starts choking, his eyes like shoot open, and he had a very, very good perception check. He kind of like his eyes shoot towards you, like see him mouthing, "Thank you."
Oh,
Is the guard still distracted?
Guard is still distracted. Yes.
All right, I'll summon. What kind of fish can I summon? I'll just summon.
Let's just keep it at fish, and they're
So
gonna
I'll summon.
nibble
I'll summon
away at
4
him.
big fish. I'll summon 4 big fish.
Right. Summon
And
a
then
fish.
I'll turn into a I'll turn into a dolphin and I'll ride off into the night. While while I have concentration on the fish.
Make your way back to the ship. and back into yourself again. Climb aboard. You see Hector and Mar. They're like they're playing cards on the deck. As Hector goes like filling in Mar a little bit, like what happened during the evening. No man, can't fucking sleep after seeing that. As you climb aboard, and he looks up at you and he goes, "It's done."
It is over. He's no longer suffering.
All right.
When my familiar comes back, I want to shift him into a crab with my last use of wild shape.
Okay.
So, nice.
Oh,
Let's talk with Michael in the morning and hope he is not too upset.
Cork chose to sleep in his house, by the way, in his guest room.
Okay.
Okay.
So we.
Everyone else is on the ship, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? I already said it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't sleep. I sit at the front of the ship, just looking out at the water, or at the back of the ship, depending on how we park it.
Oh yeah, no, Cork doesn't sleep, but he's sitting on his bed.
It's warm, right? Outside.
Yeah.
Still, even in the night.
And at night, temperatures drop drastically. Actually, it actually
During
gets
the
pretty
night-
cold.
During the night, I want to pray.
So cold.
Right? Who do you
Yeah,
pray
in,
to?
in deserts it can be pretty cold, although the
Yeah, like the
those,
sand
uh,
retains the heat, and in the night it gets like evaporated, and it gets really fucking cold at night in desert.
yep.
Yeah,
Like, you can
grab
actually
a-
freeze to death in a desert. That's the
Yeah.
weird
Okay, well,
fucking
I'll-
part of it.
I'll grab a couple of thick blankets and I'll go lay up in the crow's nest.
I want to pray to the fire that I saw in my visions.
Pray to
Right.
the fire.
So, with a very sleepless night for all of you,
Hmm.
after witnessing what cruelty can befall men if they are broken.
I've
Next
seen a lot
morning-
of cruelty in my life, but this is a step too far.
Yeah.
The dawn breaks the next morning as you all prepare yourselves to have a conversation with Michael. That is where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Ah, dang it.
All right.
Right.
All right.
I mean, this guy ended up as fish food, but at least it's the
Ooh.
only merciful thing that you could do, really.
Let's first just end
This
before
went
we go into small talk.
so dark.
So,
Yeah.
guys,
So, thank
if
you
you're
all
new
for-
here,
Exactly. If you're new here, follow us on Twitch, YouTube, everything. If I made anyone uncomfortable with that last bit, I am very sorry. Things can get dark.
Yeah.
And I want to be as realistic as possible in how people feel and stuff.
Which happened because I
Kinda-
cried.
yeah, I know. But it's part of the game. At least I think so. Things can get messy as much as they can get very happy.
Fair.
But thank you all for sticking with me through that. Thank you all very much for playing, and I thank everyone for watching. And yeah, follow us on YouTube, Twitch, support your local game store, and we'll see you all next time.
Hopeful for a less dark episode.
Let's
Yeah.
hope
This Michael guy sucks, man. Jesus.
so.
Yeah, he was so jovial and fun in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it went like total jester. What's it?
Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
Yeah.
Fully sociopath.
Yeah.
Thank you all very much. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Right.
bye.
Good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.